CEO
No,
explained what
you're
she
good.
needed to, but if people had questions, like, she wasn't really gonna argue and
Yeah.
not answer them.
Yep.
Grass is just standing by silently.
And Philip has gone outside.
I will follow Philip.
Also, can everyone hear me fine? I just got a new
Yes.
microphone.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sound
No,
good.
it sounds good.
So Philip goes outside and just stands outside of this like apartment that Banquo lives in this tall sort of like apartment building like you described, right? And just tries to breathe and collect himself.
And I'll follow him outside. And I'll just kind of put a hand on his shoulder. And say, I'm sure that you're still shaken from the recent events. And you have every right to feel that way, but from what I've seen, this group has shown a great deal of capability. So while a single one of their choices has so far proven to be irresponsible, I am confident if we trust them, and you trust me, we will stand a chance in getting out of here once and for all. Look, I'm tired, and in my time in this place, I have had more rugs pulled out from under me than I care to admit. But I truly think these people can be our salvation. If you put your faith in me, I will do everything in my ability to keep the two of us safe so that we can be survivors of this place.
That's a generous offer. Um, how do you have any practical knowledge that allows you to think that you can trust these people? I know they're capable, but they seem to be, forgive me, but they're in a little bit of chaos right now.
I've seen these people run through the forests that surround this city. I have seen these people cast magic beyond anything I've ever seen before. These people are from the outside world and they intend to get back. And while they do seem chaotic, they're powerful. And I'm also talking in a volume that is somewhat lower than what I'm talking right now, so we're not being overheard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you, Umbra, you just wanna get out.
I think I can do so in a way that would be mutually beneficial. I want to help these people get the artifact they came in here for, in return for salvation. Do you understand?
I do understand, but
They seem genuine in their remorse.
I I know, and I believe they are, especially CEO, who seems to be, I don't know, it's a weirdly familiar situation, you know, living here, and it's like she's in a prison of her own making. Um, but we, how do I put this? Maybe I'm just being too hasty. Maybe I'm putting the cart before the horse here, but if you just want to get out, then the plan is just to abandon every single one of these people here.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying do them all a service
No, no, not the
by,
people in that room. The people here. The
in this
people
town, in
in
Tova.
this town.
Yes. I think the best thing you can do for them is to make it out of here. Of course we can just run away. We can run away from the people in this building. But I'm not about to cut off my nose to spite my face. I don't want to go back to that house. You don't want to go back to the Mount House. So
No,
why don't... I think it's worth a shot. Even if they are chaotic.
it is. Yes, I'm fine with them being chaotic. I mean, if you lived in this city, it's like home.
I ran from this city because it was
Ex-
worse than I could ever imagine.
Exactly. So I'm okay with chaos. I can live with chaos. I don't know if I can continue to live as long a life as we're trying to live with Kaz alive.
Well, I think we're. When he says that, do I notice any sort of difference anywhere?
No. Nope.
Maybe don't say his name out loud. But
Why? Why?
because a name carries a great deal of weight, I promise you, in more ways than I can describe. He can sense it, I think.
Huh.
But I think we're well on our way to maybe, really stirring things up.
Where are you guys having this conversation? Downstairs in the basement in the library?
Mm-mm.
No, they're
Yeah.
We
outside.
left.
You guys did go outside? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Let's go back inside because there is a curfew. And I'm sure that everyone would be happy to explain themselves.
All right.
Please.
All right.
And I'll lead him inside and close the door quietly.
Okay. Yep. So if you guys go back downstairs, everyone is downstairs as well. In the corner of the room, on the opposite side where Banquo is, and unfortunately, I wish I had a map for you, but I do not. There is no map for this. But in the long library, which by the way is somewhere around this is somewhere around like 9,000 square feet, so it's big, and the ceiling is not very high, but it's narrow. So imagine 9,000 square feet, but only maybe 300 of those feet wide, and then it's 9,000 total. So it goes a long way in the dark. You hear and feel a puff of like smoke or darkness, and you definitely feel the wind come through. But you can't see anything down there, and it's varying degrees of lit at the very end.
Hmm.
Eight.
Oh God.
But you hear you hear the air displace, and you do see light get displaced a little bit as well, like a darkness or something.
Great. Is this just me and Umbra that sees this?
Move.
Every you and Umbra see it because you're coming back down. And I think everyone would notice something different. Yeah.
Get down there. Shut it. Stay hidden. Now, move.
Yeah. I'm
Do
gonna make my way down there.
Shut the
Yes.
door behind us. Cover
All
our
right.
backs.
Yep.
Yeah, as quickly and quietly as I can.
Yeah.
As you guys start walking, anyone else coming with them, or just you two?
I'll tag along. Pirvin will go.
Wait, so they're going deeper into the library or they're going back outside?
No. They're actually going deeper into a place in the library that similar to where you were,
Oh,
Sio, because you had to go to like a private place. But this is
Uh-huh.
around 3,000 square feet. Even it's actually north of that. So it's just a place in the library that no one's been to yet. But I mean, this is just a long, narrow hallway with bookshelves essentially. If you
I'll
guys
stay
start
30
walking,
feet behind them.
you're gonna
I-
stay 30 feet behind. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
I thought this
I'll
was
go too.
where Sia was. I'll wait for everyone. I thought this was we're doubling back to the rest of the group. I'll
No, you
wait.
are. That's what I mean. CO's down here as well. When you guys came back to the group, which is the underground library, so you guys are in basically underneath Banquo's home. You go back to
Mhm.
Banquo's home. As you go down, since you were the one staring at this long hallway, at the end is when you noticed it, but everyone else notices a change. It's just that you guys had a direct line of sight all the way down the hallway because this is how it works. There are narrow bookcases on both sides where these books are going to be, but then there's little light sources that he's set up through torches, but also things that just glow in general. Like he has something set up where there's these green and yellow glows. I've never really given you a good explanation of this. That go on both sides of the bookcase, and all the way at the end there's more of these glowing like torches that are not actually flames, and that's how you're able to decide that there's something that's disturbed the light and it's blackened. um, but there's no shadow or anything. And as you guys go through, Gretna, you said you're following. Is anyone else coming, or is it just you guys?
I'll go.
I'll
Okay.
go with Erasmus.
All right.
I'm
So-
30 feet behind, like, the last person, basically, or actually 30 feet behind the first person.
Okay. All right. So
I'll be
as
your
you
guide.
as you get maybe 600 feet away, almost like all of a sudden, although maybe the person stepped into the shadows, there is a man with gray hair. Piravin, his features are not familiar, but they look a little too good for you, and so familiar in that sense. But he's standing basically with his he's just basically like essentially like slouching on the wall, waiting for you. And I'm gonna give you a picture in a second so you can see what this person looks like.
I'm gonna
Um,
stand behind Brett now.
Yep, sure. But he's just leaning against the wall, waiting for you guys. Here. You'll be able to see it in a second. How do I make this? Yeah. Okay. You guys can see it? Oh, you won't be able to see it in Discord. Hold on. Let me yeah, it's gonna take a second. Hold on 1 second.
Show you as streaming in Discord.
Can you see it in Discord? Can you see the stream in Discord?
No.
Your stream
Yeah.
crashed.
No.
That's fine. Hold on. I'll fix it in Discord too.
So I have a quick question, Chris.
Yeah.
Since I'm a human now, does that mean my AC changes because I don't have my natural armor anymore?
For now, yes. So if we get in combat, I'll explain it. But for now, yes.
Oh, I can
Yep.
actually use the armor I've been wearing this whole time?
Yep. Okay. So here we go. This is what he looks like.
Picture's so nice, Jesus.
Well, it's Piravin would notice he's a little too good looking. You think Piravin? He doesn't look natural, but you've seen this kind of before. You think to some degree. Anyway, he's just so he's slouching on the wall. He does have two swords. So first and foremost, the one sword is it looks like it has some kind of like demonic face on it. Another sword is behind his back, but it's flatter, doesn't have that thing. He has some weird like armor piece on his shoulder. It's exactly like the picture essentially. And he straightens up when everyone comes down. He doesn't say anything, but he looks at the group.
Piravin speaks up and says, "You look familiar. Too familiar. Where do I know you from?"
He said, "I don't know you." He said, "I'm trapped here just like you guys."
How do you know we're trapped here exactly, friend?
He said, "Well, because I can tell that you're not human, and I can also tell, for the most part at least," and he looks around. He says, "I can also tell that the only way that I was able to get to this new island must have been some kind of shift. So I've been here for a long, long time. I can go back and forth between the islands, the domains."
Can you take people with you?
Nope. No, I'd kill you if I took you.
No.
I've tried.
What's your name?
You notice on his leg there's 3 symbols as well that you can't recognize or know. He said, "Anyway, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but why are you here?"
Gonna sink lower behind Gretna?
Yep. You can tell he's looking over you, Piravin. He's like, he's like, "That's weird." And he looks over at Piravin. He says, "You know, I've actually never seen someone that's like myself." Huh.
Co is gonna step closer to Piravin, kind of unnerved by that sort of comment.
Yep.
Why should we tell you why we're here?
He said, "You don't have to."
Well, would you mind answering us and why you're here in our friend's library, just sulking in a corner?
He said, "I came here because I felt something different, powerful, dramatic, and I wanted to see what it was. So that's why I'm here. It happened just a few moments ago."
How'd you
anyone
get
care
in?
to? He said he laughs and he goes, "That's right." He said, I can travel between the domains. I can pretty much go wherever I want to go.
Do you just like snap your fingers?
Something like that.
Must be fucking nice. Well, we're here because I was introducing them to my friend. In a grander sense, I don't know really why most of these people are here. Some stuff about a sword. But you're here looking for a change, a sea change, as it were.
I'm
Maybe
actually
a key change.
well. I'm actually here out of boredom, but I did feel whatever happened happened, and obviously people know something happened. There's no way I would have felt it. It should have been something major.
What do you mean, people?
I mean, you people. Like you would have seen something. Anyone want to care to tell me what happened? He smiles.
What's your name? We're still waiting.
He said, I'll tell you. He said, my name's Crix.
All right. Maybe we could do an information exchange. I look hopefully back at the people behind me, my friends.
Sure.
You know what, Crix? Maybe give us a second to confer about what we're willing to tell you. Some of us are just
Yeah.
finding our feet.
Sure.
I
Sure.
like turn
let's-
around and try to
let's
get
find
everyone
out.
to
let's-
huddle around with me.
Yeah, sure.
Just got here, dude.
So what do we think?
He's here because
No.
he's bored. Why do we care what we tell him? I mean, like, why should we tell him anything?
Well, because he can tell other people what we
I've
tell, but
never-
he clearly knows stuff too. So maybe we could gain some upper hands on some things. I mean, we're like, let's be real here. We're kind of flying in the dark.
Yeah.
And I've never known a guy that looks that cool to be bad.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's the concerning part to me.
He's too pretty. He's too pretty, isn't he?
He's too handsome to be naughty.
He's too.
That's not the way it
What?
works,
Stop.
Erasmus.
Or is
Don't
he just
say it like
handsome enough
that.
to be naughty.
You're just jealous.
Oh boy.
More or less, yes, that's kind of the disconcerting factor there is his appearance. And I personally wouldn't want to divulge anything, seeing as how he's here, having sensed a disturbance, having seen us for who we really are, and now he's just conveniently here out of boredom. I don't think that bodes well for an equal trade of information.
Well, let's look at this from a different direction. There are like like 8 of us, and there's one of him. What do we have to lose?
No.
Don't start fighting
Absolutely
here.
not.
We have a lot to lose right now. Our lives, and if the guard descends upon us, if anyone knows that we're here and we're fighting and we are what we are, we're dead. No
I'm
two ways
I'm
about it.
saying if he
I don't want-
crosses us, we can handle it.
I don't want him to be an enemy, but I don't want to make him my buddy either.
I like
Right.
buddies.
And my question is too, neither of you know him, do you? And she'll just look between
No.
Umbra and Philip.
No.
Don't.
And how is he here? I thought this was secretive.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
was.
Why don't you just let Seal handle this? She's the best talker.
My
Yeah.
eyes
don't
widen
want to
and I
handle
look
murder.
over at Kaz, or excuse me, at Umbra, and I'm like, I said the name.
You did say the name.
It might be
Mm-hmm.
Said what name?
the
Is there
the
something
K,
I need to know?
the
I've
K
already.
name.
Voldemort?
Well,
Shh.
I've already had one person today turn out to be something I didn't know they were. I don't want it to happen again tonight. Thanks.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Just get
I
them
look
all in
over at
here.
him. Does he seem evil?
It's hard to say. I mean, you could maybe, if you had a spell that could definitively say so, it would be easier to determine it. You can do a perception check on him, and you can insight everything he says, of course.
As an action,
Sure.
I can detect good and evil. I'm gonna divine sense this puppy.
There he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Just had to lead that that horse to water.
Okay.
Just had to lead that water to the horse.
Detect handsome and naughty.
All right. So,
Harass cast detect Ansem.
yep. So so as at defined sense, he is absolutely some kind of fiend.
Here we go, folks.
Oh yeah, he's a devil.
Yeah,
Bringing that
I
New
mean,
Jersey luck.
A handsome devil.
Oh yeah, he would have hand exactly.
I mean,
Ah, first one out, one of the night. Yay.
Well, if
Um,
he's did you say some kind of fiend or some kind of devil, Chris?
Fiend.
Fiend. Damn it.
I mean, I get it. Ha ha. Ha.
I will say this:
I'm healthy.
how, if out of all the times you've had to use that, this doesn't seem familiar to you. Every now and then in the forest and everything, there are like devils and demons and other things, devils and fiends and other things. But this one doesn't seem familiar. This is very different. The sense is very very different.
Why don't we why
Ray.
don't we just talk to him?
Sure.
He
Because-
can hear
Yeah.
whispering. It looks weird.
Well, we're trying to figure out if we have anything to trade with him, and it looks like we don't. So
So, do you want me to talk to him? I don't think there's really anything I can offer, but it's the least I can do, all things considered.
yeah, we'll chat it with him.
And
Let's do it.
remember, Chris, I have a passive 18 perception and 21
Yep.
investigation.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'll. And she'll look to Umber and Philip. I guess I'll just stand up there with you three if you need me to do something.
Why
Before
am I
she does
standing
that-
up there?
don't divulge anything, okay, please.
Chris, does his
Trust
armor
me,
look
trust me,
familiar?
trust me, in the last.
Not incredibly. I mean, there's nothing that's truly familiar about this armor. But you do notice that it's made strangely. So first and foremost, he only has the only things that look like they're truly metallic are his shoulder pieces, which to you think about like that's dumb. Like you don't understand why that would be the case. So the armor's not very functional. Um, the uh, the fact is though that the runes and everything are completely foreign to you. Now, there is some weird metallic stuff going on within his clothing, not just the buttons and everything else, but if you look on his shoulder and his sleeve, so those lines that run down actually are metal, even though they're woven into the fabric, which is strange to you.
I'm going
It's all
to,
leather, by the way. Everything is leather. There's no canvas on him at all. It's all leather. Yep.
I'm gonna kind of whisper everyone like, make a wall for me, make a little wall for me, please.
Yeah, I'll get in front of the turtle man.
I'm backing
Well,
up.
right now, but thank you for remembering.
I'm planting my feet firm.
I'm gonna get out of sight from him.
Yep.
And like crouch down a little bit and whisper the verbal component and
Yeah.
cast the detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. He's just looking at everyone. He doesn't say anything. It doesn't seem like he can see you right now, potentially. He goes over to he does look at you, Sio, and he says, "What's your name?"
Um, can I ask why you'd like to know my name, friend?
Because I can smell whatever happened on you. And he smiles. What did you do?
I had
You
an
left?
accident, and
No, I understand, but did you leave?
I don't understand what you mean by leave.
He said something. He says something left. I can sense it. Something left here. I've been trying to leave here for a long time. Can you? And he looks and he says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt anybody. I just like to know how something left. Maybe it'll help me."
I thought you said you
I
could go
thought
through
you-
domains.
Oh, I can. I
Right.
just can't leave. I just cannot leave this place. I can go through many of them. As a matter of fact, I can go through all of them unless I haven't found one yet. This place is more complicated and large than you could possibly imagine. Each one of these places is bad. There's not a single good area here. I've been trapped here for a long time. I just want to get out like you guys want to get out, and that's it.
You
Insight
mean the
check.
domains of dread?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Or-
Go ahead and insight check him.
Yeah,
I'll roll as well,
Sio's
yeah.
going to clarify he means the domains of dread or if he means this particular domain.
Yeah, no, he'll tell you. He says Ravenloft, the domains of dread, whatever you call it.
Just prepare to spill your secrets because I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
No, he does. So both of you seem to think that he is being genuine in all of this, and he doesn't try. He doesn't look like he's trying to oppose you in any of this, but unless he's amazingly good at it, he seems to be telling the truth. He says that he says, no, I'm really not here to hurt you. I won't even fight you unless, of course, you do something stupid and fight me. But he said, here, even tell you a secret. This is why I have such a hard time here. I actually can't kill anything here. And trust me, I want nothing more than to kill things here, but I can't. Every time I do, it hurts me beyond measure. And I fear that if I've already killed 3 things, and if I killed any more, maybe that would be the end of me. I'm not even sure. So I mean, maybe I could kill you since you're not from here. I don't know. Let's not find out, or maybe
Wait,
we should.
things or
But
people?
everything, people from here, things from here. It doesn't seem to matter. Anytime I kill something, terrible things happen to me. Worse, I'm trapped. I can move throughout them. I'm not here. I mean, I'm not from here, just like I don't think you're from here. I'm here because I sense that something may be left, or somehow something important happened, and that's why I'm talking to everyone.
So, where are you from?
Good question.
Good. Please answer. Good
He
answer.
says he looks at he says, so Tiefling, what what are you are you from
Try again.
are you from not you? And he actually
No.
looks at you and
I'm
he looks at you and he
confusing.
says, I actually have no idea what you are, to be honest. I have no idea what you are. But again, what's your name, Tiefling?
Lindermall. Lindermall.
Okay, Lindermall. So first and foremost, I have never, ever, ever seen a tiefling that's tied to another more powerful, much more powerful fiend. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So
Okay.
this is already exciting and different. But how did you leave? And did you leave? Was it you that left? And he looks at the group and he said, did she leave and come back?
None of us know exactly what happened. I had some kind of experience where my body shifted somehow, but I never left this plane. It was
Okay.
painful, whatever it was, but
Well,
no,
that's
I
weird
didn't
because
leave.
I really do smell that something left. I can't really explain that to you, but I know I'm right. Something left.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, friends. That's all I know. I shifted somehow, and I never really left. Maybe for a split second, part of me did, but I'm fully here.
Hmm. He says, all right, well, I'm sure you're being honest with me. And he smiles. And he says, so, um, I mean, I did come all this way, and, you know, it does take energy every time that I shift. Um, so I would rather not leave here empty-handed. Um, he looks at Purivan. He says, so why do you kind of look like me? And by the way, he doesn't actually look like Purivan, but this guy has almost perfect features, and Purivan very similarly almost has perfect features as well. And he also has a higher charisma. Purivan does as well. So he says, why do you look like that?
I made a deal with someone.
Oh, like her? And he points to Sue.
Just closes his eyes and nods very nonchalantly.
Hmm. He said, "Well, I hope you both know who you're messing with." Um, but anyway, what's how did you know how you look like this? Because I have no idea how I look like this.
Yeah, I used special gems in Ethereum to make objects to change people's appearance.
Hmm. I have no idea what Ethereum is, he said. All right. Well, and what was your Linderbaum? What was your name? And he looks at the tiefling again.
Lindramol.
Lindramal, he says. So, tell you what, I'll make a deal with all of you. You give me real answers, and I'll trade you information, and then we can call it a day, and I can get out of here. You can even tell me why you're here. I can't guarantee I can help you, but I'm willing to cooperate because it is important
I
for me that I get out.
Can I
I
ask you
did
something?
give you information.
Sure.
What's up with that stupid armor?
He said, he said you wouldn't understand. To be honest, it's I've
Sorry, man.
actually always had this armor since I was young. It's not from here. Um, it's not as stupid as it looks, and he smiles. But
Reminder: I casted detect magic, so it would tell
yeah,
me.
yeah, it's all
magic.
glowing. So everything is literally glowing. It looks
Cool.
like it's some kind of transmutation, and it looks like it has transmutation magic in it. It does have necromancy in it. It also has abjuration magic, and it looks like it also has a very, very faint glow of illusionary magic as well. And he is glowing up. He is glowing big time. The swords, by the way, glow much brighter. And the swords do look like they have some kind of magic that's undetectable to you, which you've never seen before. It's a color. It's a prismatic color that you've never ever seen. Both
Does it
swords are
remind you of
very, very bright.
Replier in any way?
What?
Does it remind me of Replier in any way?
Not necessarily. It doesn't remind you of Replier. Is Replier out or sheathed right now?
Replier is sheathed, but you would
Right.
still see the hilt of it protruding.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look anything like Replier in that sense. No, the hilt is there's no gem in the center or anything like that either. He says,
Okay.
so I mean, I'll trade you information. How about that? You be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. I know quite a bit about the domains.
In all fairness, I have been honest with you. If anyone left, it was me for a split second, but truly, I haven't lied to you.
Well, we still haven't determined like what left, and I realize now I don't think it could have been you. That's okay though. He said, so anyway, you trade me information, I'll trade you information.
We'll need a moment to confer
Sure.
amongst ourselves.
Yeah, take your time. And he smiles.
Good with it.
Do you think that he could just like pop in and get what we want and bring it to us?
I doubt
That
he'd do
would be
that for
nice.
us unless we did something that we don't want to do for him.
Probably.
But we could. He might be able to tell us where the pieces of Big V are.
Maybe.
I'm not saying
Can't
anyone's name
fight,
anymore.
so
The V word.
Oh, that sounds so bad.
I mean, it might be worth
Daddy V.
asking. Daddy V.
And Papa K, yep.
Oh my god.
Philip,
It
we will put you back where
could
we
be
found
worth.
I'm your
It-
guide!
It might be worth asking him if he could. My suspicion is he might just hand us a sword off of his back, but at the same time, effort not wasted.
What if he's from that other group that keeps showing up and fucking with our plans?
Is the whole other group this cool?
Don't get Pan going.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can. I think it's probably a good idea to see if we can find those pieces of what, who.
Well, the question is, what do we trade him then? Do you want me to tell him what I know?
The truth? Yeah.
I've been telling the truth. It just may not be the whole truth.
Yeah, I think
Tell
that
him what
telling the
happened.
rest is a reasonable trade.
In exchange for that, then we ask if he knows where the parts are. Do we have the map?
Got it right here.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Well, all right then. Eric, give it to me. I'll see if you can mark it.
Well, we already kind of have it like generally marked. We need more specific.
Right. Well, I don't know if you could add it to the map or just scribble it on the back, but at least we'd have it written down. Sia will take that and a pin, and she'll just take the map, the pen, and walk back over to the oddly Kingdom Hearts looking guy.
Yeah.
I'm amazed your mind went to Kingdom Hearts and not Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
See, I get the two confused a little because I haven't really played either one.
Well, they're
Okay,
both made by Square.
here.
They're both
Fantasy
made by
sounds
Square.
better.
Oh, we're not
Kingdom
doing the-
Kingdom Hearts has Mickey, Donald, and Goofy.
Yeah.
Right.
But they
Final
are both
Fantasy
made by
does not.
Square. So, but yeah.
He looks like the Virum Rex guy from Kingdom Hearts 3. He looks exactly like that.
Yeah,
Which guy?
that's right. The guy with the white hair. He kind of does actually. Or gray hair.
The dude,
Yeah.
the secret final boss, the dude from Virum
Yep.
Rex.
Really? You
Yep.
think so?
A little bit. The art style is different, but anyway.
The armor is
so-
completely different too.
Yeah,
it
our
is,
quota
yeah.
of edgelords is filled up, so sorry. Good luck in the next Final Fantasy game, dude.
Yeah. Surprisingly, this art is not from any of that, but yes. Yep. Yep. All right. So he looks over to you and he says, "All right, are we ready to do an exchange?"
Yeah. Would you be willing to answer our questions first? Or
If you promise, if you absolutely promise to fulfill your end of the bargain. You already know I can't
I
kill
do.
you, but I can be convincing.
no, I promise. I'll tell you everything I know.
Okay. And he said, to be honest, I don't actually know I can't kill you. It is possible I could, considering you're not from here, but
I'd rather not find out, to be fair.
You're
sure,
endearing to us by the second.
sure. He says, okay, so I guess go ahead and ask a question or whatever about this place. Or what are you looking for? What do you need? Do you know how to leave?
No, but we have an idea of how we could. We acquired this map with particular fragments of a god of this realm. However, we have vague directions to them. Would you happen to know where these fragments, remnants, whatever you call them, are? Could you be
Oh,
more specific?
He says, oh, the pieces of Vecna that Kaz carved off. He says, you probably don't want him to leave, by the way. But I mean, I could tell you where I could find them. Yeah, I could find them. He says. I mean, I don't actually know like where they are. Like I'm not like this is not like some kind of convenience thing. Like I have to like go through and look myself. But I could definitely help, and I could go out and do that. I can leave
So-
right now and be unseen and find them. I could just go through the forest and go through it. No one would ever see me, including none of the
Could you
terrible things
collect
in the
them?
forest. Maybe he says I might be able to, but you'd have to really, really do something for me then. But anyway, so I did answer a question. Now I get a question.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the name Valorium?
Have I?
No. You can do a history check or something to see.
I'll try, but
Yep.
ugh.
Yep.
Dude. Oh man, I just realized. Hold on. Uh, 16 plus, I think 3. Yeah, 16 plus 3, so 19.
Okay. Yeah. No, you've never heard of that name ever.
No, I can't say I've honestly ever heard of it.
Okay. What about?
Chris, would I be able to do a check too?
Yeah, of course you can. Yep.
Yeah, if Sia didn't know, she would turn
Anyone
to
that
the
wants
group.
to can. Anyone that wants to can. DC is insane, so I'm not sure that anyone can actually get this on a roll. Maybe.
Can I
Well,
give
actually,
guidance?
if you crit, and you have more than a +6, it's possible.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll give Erasmus guidance.
Yeah, our asses already rolled and it wasn't enough.
Cool. Well, voodoo.
He says, "All right." He says, and he looks at you. He says, "What about the Mistress of Secrets, Keeper of Secrets, Secret Master, the Woman of Many, Many Questions?" Any of those ring a bell?
Vaguely. How do you know of them? I thought they were, of ancient lore from another realm.
He said, "I used to be employed by someone a long, long time ago that went by that name. It didn't work out well, but I'm kind of here now. I thought so." He says,
Wait, so
"So
he
that's yeah." He
wait, so
says,
he
"Well,
said he used to be employed by them?
yeah, yeah." He says, "I thought so.
Okay.
He says, can I at the very least can I just see the staff?" He smiles. I says, "I promise I won't take it. I trust me. I want nothing to do with that. I just want to see it. I want to see if it's what I think it is."
CO will show him the staff.
Okay. Well, he says, "Okay." He says, "All right." He says, "All right. So I'll help you, but we're gonna make a deal." Says, "I'll get you whatever you want, but you are going to help me escape. If we can do that, then I'll even give you a favor later. You can call on me later, and I'll do something for you. I just want to
Wait.
leave, just like you guys want to leave."
Like, why don't we just ask him to get the sword?
I thought you said you could.
He said, "What sword? What like the sword of Kaz or like
Yes.
Vecna's weapons? Sword of Kaz." Okay. He says, "I could do it." He says, I can do that. I can absolutely do it. I need to find where it's at. Like we need to do a little bit of reconnaissance. I can get it for you. But if I get it for you, you're going to do whatever you did to make something leave, and I'm going to try to figure that out. Deal?" And he looks at you, Sio.
Oh,
I can't make you leave.
No, it's okay. You don't
don't
have
know
to.
how.
I just want to see what you did. You don't have to actually make me
I
leave. I don't want you to get
I
anywhere near me with that thing, by the way. But what I do want is for you to do whatever you did before, which is why
I
I thought I
can't.
was here.
I can't do that.
You can tell that he's getting a bit angry, and he says, "What do you mean?"
Careful, CO.
Why do you need our help
I don't
leaving?
exactly
To be honest, I cannot leave. I have been here for longer than you could possibly imagine. It's kind of like a prison to me, and I can't leave. And all I really want to do is get out of here. That's it.
You know, I relate to that a lot.
He said, "Tell you what, maybe what was your condition on leaving? Like you said, you had a way to leave. Tell me what it is. I'll do that, whatever it is."
make a pact with my patron. That's all I can tell you. I don't know how to make you leave. That's why I can't make you leave. If I
Said, "I already
I
did
could
that. I'm not. Trust me. I don't even want to talk to her. I've been there, done that. That's not going to happen." Matter of fact, one day if you get me out of here, I'll tell you the whole story. But you have to promise to help, and you have to promise to at least do it. So, what are your conditions to leave? Are there conditions for you to leave? Do you have any idea how to leave?
I don't know how to leave. No, that's why I can't do it. I don't know how, and I could get someone killed if I tried and messed up.
That's fine, but what happened? What happened? What happened? Like how did the what left? Let's start with that. And he looks around. It's like, did you have another friend? Are they gone? Tell me what left.
I raise my hand.
Yep. Go ahead. What's your name?
Umbra. I'm from Torgorek.
Umbra, you seem incredibly reasonable. What left?
I look around at the rest of the group.
Do it.
There was a denizen of the city that was killed.
He was killed? You guys killed him? Why? Why did you kill him? Was he trying to kill you or something?
I look at Seal.
I'm gonna
It was an
whisper in.
accident.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
you,
he's just
y-
10 out of 10
right.
gonna tell him it's an accident.
This is I totally understand it. I'm sorry for your friend, but what left?
He disintegrated when he touched the rod.
Disintegrated when he touched the rod.
I don't know
This
what. It's never happened before.
Yeah, but here, listen. I know something left. It was if he disintegrated. Show me where he disintegrated.
Um,
Yeah, you can
she'll
point to the area. Yeah,
vaguely
you can
point.
totally
Yeah,
point to it.
she'll vaguely point. Take a right at the ashes.
Okay, so
And over
so he
there.
actually did. Yeah, you're right. He didn't leave. That is 100% what happened. You are correct. But what left?
A fragment of Vecna.
Fuck.
Okay. He says, okay, all right. Why? Show me. Can you show me the stuff?
Sio's just gonna sigh. She's not. She's so
Yeah.
conflicted. She'll take it out, but she's not gonna unravel it. She's just gonna hold it in
That's
its
fine.
compressed form.
Okay, so I get it. Right. So I guess she has something of Vecna, so now she's able to take things from Vecna. That makes sense. Well, how is this going to help us? This is not what I was hoping for.
What if you get another piece of Vecna and you touch the rod with it?
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely serve up pieces of Vecna to her. Maybe that's not a bad idea though. What's your name?
None of your business. And that's not my name, I'm telling you. None of my business.
No, I know. Yeah, okay. All right. Your name's none of my business. So I mean, we could try that. I could study it enough to maybe figure out how to leave based on that. That's somewhat of a plan.
I have a
Um
question.
by the way, I'm looking at it. I actually think there's only a couple. He kind of ignores you. He's going to get back to you though. He says, I think there's kind of, I don't know that we can get all the pieces. The stupid desert. I forgot about this place, but I don't know. I'll figure something out. What was your question? Why do
You
you
say
look
you
like a
can grab.
turtle, by the way?
That's the 1000th time I've heard that question. I can't help it. If I could, I wouldn't. All right.
No, I know you were born that way, but like, where are you from?
You heard of a hoy hoy?
What?
I haven't. What world are you from?
Chult.
Chult. I don't know where that is. Okay. Anyway, um, so yeah,
Lucky.
so I'm more than willing to help you.
But my question, you say
Yep.
you can go and just grab these pieces and get this
Sure.
board, but how do we know you're that good? I mean, these are things that we've been told repeatedly are very, very, very difficult, nigh on impossible, and you.
Well, I mean, if I get
Someone
caught, here's
good,
the problem. If I get caught, that crazy vampire is going to try to kill me, I assume. If he does try to kill me, my guess is that the same thing that happens to me will happen to him, and he will not succeed. That's happened in the past. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to work. So I could probably just walk in, insult the guy, take it, hand it to you.
Are you that good?
Well, I'm pretty sure I can't be killed here. But like I told you, I can't kill anything else either. I don't know why that's the case, by the way. That's some kind of like thing.
Also,
It's
tell me what you're
Wait,
supposed to do.
what vampire?
the person that I guess the person that like rules all of your miserable lives, that guy. He's some kind of undead vampire. He's I mean, wait till you get out of this place and go to another domain. I mean, this one's bad, but there are many, many that are very, very bad. So that
Philip's
shouldn't be so
jaw
shocking.
is just slowly falling to the ground, just
But
like
yeah, he's definitely undead. He's not a
extending
human.
down beyond his knees and hitting the ground before he goes, "Fuck! I knew it!" and starts
Yeah,
like pacing.
I mean, you should be afraid of him. I'm sure he could kill all of you in like record time. He's a very, very, very nasty creature. But so
How
is
do I kill
Vecna.
him? How do I kill him?
I honestly have no idea how to kill Kaz. He's like, good luck. I have no idea how to kill Kaz. I've only ever met him. I literally met him 700 years ago. I don't generally come to this place. It's pretty depressing.
Yep.
He said, but listen, I will absolutely help you. I will absolutely help you. Just like I said, just cooperate with me. Get me out. I can maybe even take you certain places. Maybe. I mean, I can't take you outside of this domain, but maybe I could use some of what I have to like at least get us out of here and on the road. I could
Do
try that.
How can you prove that you're not Kazavekna?
That's a good question. I don't know. You give me something. I mean, I guess if I was Kaz, I'd just kill you right now. Like, what would be stopping me from killing you? Why would I even mess with you? Same thing with Vecna, probably.
If
By
you
the way,
think that we
Kaz
have,
definitely does not want to lose his sword. You guys wait until you find like I don't know if you know the whole story behind Kaz and Vecna, but I mean that was the murder weapon. So I'm sure he's not going to want to lose that.
I
Tell me
mean,
a little bit about your.
the only thing that I can think of that would be a reason why either Kaz or Vecna would attempt to mess with us is, as powerful as they are, they're both stuck here. If either of them felt the power to escape, they would want to find it, and they would do it so while being hidden from who they truly were. They wouldn't just go up and attempt to brute force it. They would try to worm their way in.
I guess that's true. That makes sense to me. Because you're pretty
A
smart.
little bit about yourselves.
Yeah. But then once the ruse was up, wouldn't I just kill all of you anyway if I was Kaz?
The ruse isn't up yet.
I guess that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Turtle.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Crix. A long time ago, I was a knight of secrets. I essentially went against many people, not just the woman that she's aligned with over there. And I got into a fight that I couldn't win. And right before death, I was sent here, and I've been here for a long time. And really, truly, all I just want is to get out of here. I'm not Kaz. I'm not Vecna. I just want to leave.
Insight
I have.
check.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I will roll as well.
10.
Yeah, he does seem to be telling the truth. He says, but you don't even have to trust me, really. We just have to. First of all, if I was Kaz, I'm not giving you my sword. I mean, you'll find out really quickly if I'm Kaz or not.
Do you still consider yourself a knight?
I mean, not really, not anymore. Like I said, I just want to get out.
But do you
That's why.
still hold the virtues as important to you?
Are you asking if I'm a paladin? I don't. I mean,
Oh,
not
no.
not like you would. Not like you would think. I don't
I
think.
don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, someone that's a knight, they kind of take a pledge to do good and defend. And I just wondering if that's still important to you.
I didn't really take that pledge.
Pirvin's gonna speak up and say,
Yep.
I've already created one evil. I don't need to create any more.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm not really that evil, so it'll be fine. Once you help me, like I said, we'll separate. It's okay. You'll never hear from me again.
And is your past with her patron going to cause a splash if we work together?
I don't think so. She probably doesn't even care about me anymore. Just smiles over to you.
What did you do
How?
to her?
Yeah. How
Well,
is it that you broke that?
how did I break it? I I guess I'll tell you, but listen, if I tell you, we're kind of intertwined now. So, you sure you want to know?
Intertwined
What, a piece
how?
of paper?
As in, like, if you know certain things about me, especially considering that you have some kind of like love for this thing. You know, that could be problematic.
Tell me.
Then maybe share your insight.
Not for
with-
you, for me. Yep.
So he's saying it would be problematic for him and not for
Yeah.
me?
Correct.
Could I imagine that it could be problematic for me?
You're in weird uncharted territory right now, CO. You actually don't even know, to be honest. You just wouldn't know. So you're
Well-
just gonna have to make a judgment call. Yeah.
Curiosity's gonna kill CO.
Yep.
She'll bite.
Okay. All right, fine. So so what do you know about this being, by the way? You don't have to tell me, actually. What am I saying? What am I saying? I can't even ask, can I? And he looks at you, CO, disappointed. He says, it doesn't matter. He said, you know the disc around your heart? That's not really there to just glean information. That's there to also instantly kill you the minute that you get out of line. Worse, and fortunately for you, I don't think she's going to be able to grab any of this information because you see all this black smoke around me, and he starts forming black smoke around him. See, this is a byproduct of that. This is how it goes for someone who breaks that. Worse, she was not very kind to me. Now, granted, I did kill a lot of people that she cared about, so I mean that's fair. But at the same time, I just wanted out of my deal, and also like I can't like I don't know how to explain this to you, but like I don't think we have the same deal anyway. But I just decided against it, and like I said, I'm being completely forthright and honest with all of you, and all I want to do is leave. And I can make this really easy for me because honestly, I don't even know how you get the Sword of Cast without me. You could try. I could walk away, and you could totally try to do it. Maybe you'll get there, but and I'm worried for you because once you get that Sword of Cast, you're dead. You're absolutely dead. So you better have a way to get out. But anyway, just tell me. Tell me what you want, and like I guess if you explain how the items left and go through it, we can work together.
Well, I think we should start with getting out of this particular area.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get us out of this basement and onto the road.
Umbra,
The
do you wanna go
problem is
back to-
though, he looks around. He's like, has anyone ever been past the Burning Peaks? Do you know that there's a desert out there that literally kills you?
I've seen it.
Yes.
I've never been.
Heard of it.
Yeah, he said, well, good luck, because when you start walking on that desert, it's going to kill you.
Not if you walk on the path.
Yeah, but that path changes, and the sand like gets like strewn over. It's pretty impossible to navigate. I haven't actually gotten that far. It doesn't kill me, but I do not want to live the rest of my existence as a walking corpse. So I haven't really like gone out there much. But anyway, like I said, I'll do whatever. You just get me out of here, and we'll be fine.
Well, I guess the question is to figure out our best course of action. I mean, what
I mean, if you want, you
is-
guys can do whatever you want and just call me back. I'm fine with that too. Like if I need to earn your trust by letting you do whatever you people do, like that's fine as well.
Be right back.
I can just go, and you can call me later.
No, I think-
Wait. Do where are you staying in here? How did you find us?
I don't really stay anywhere. I could literally just go sleep in the forest. I'm good. Trust me. If you need me, and he hands you he takes off, so he takes one of the buttons from his jacket, which is like this gold rectangular piece of metal, and he says, just like press it as hard as you can against your fingers and think about needing me, and I can come back. That should work. It's fine. That's not actually how it works, but it doesn't matter. And he smiles.
I reach out unless someone else is going for it.
Yeah, he'll hand it to you. No, he'll totally hand it to you. Yeah.
When it's, when we don't have to.
When
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, I really will leave you alone. However, if you try at this point to leave without me, I will not be happy. And if I do ever leave and find you, that probably won't be a good situation for either of us.
I'm just gonna speak openly here. Griggs, in respect for you, I'll let you hear this. If we're gonna make a deal with this guy, we don't know him, he doesn't know us, but he's offering to help us. It sounds mutually advantageous, but I'd rather make a deal now when we have options than make a deal with him when we have no option. He could ask whatever he wanted from us when he's the only path we have.
He said he's got a point.
Is there anything you want to know about me specifically?
Well, he looks at you and he says, oh, your friend's gonna die soon. That sucks. Why aren't you gonna die soon?
Well, that's because I'm not affected by the aging process.
Yeah. He says, well, that's, it's too bad for you. And he looks over at your character, Philip, and he says, really? That is too bad. See, that's why I don't like this place. It's depressing.
How did you get so pretty?
He said, well, he said, that is a long story, and part of why I decided to break my deal. And he looks over at you, CO, and he says, this thing came to me a long, long time ago, and it offered to change me and give me all this power, and it's a long story, but I took it, and then I had this, but to do it, I had to like get rid of my other thing, and so that's why I look like this, I guess.
Let me guess. Their name began with an L, didn't it?
He said, their name does begin with an L, but you know what? Everyone's bad. Everyone's bad. So it is what it is. And I kind of like this, so it is what it is too.
Still think you got out with on the poor end of the stick.
Yeah, he says,
it is
whatever.
what it is.
Luxie, Solkatash, Mr. of Secrets, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh shit!
Lux geese?
he looks at CO and he says, I wouldn't worry too much, to be honest.
What,
He says,
a goose?
He says it doesn't matter. He says none of you will ever figure it out, number one. And number two, at the end of the day, she's not going to get anything from that disc. And you can thank me for that. And he looks at you intently. He says, seriously, you should thank me for that. All right? So go do what you either need to do or let me help you, and let's all get out of here.
Wait.
Why don't you let us hold on to your swords?
he looks at you and he says, this is the first time that I've noticed you, and do you really think that I'd let you I mean, do you want to even try to get this sword? He's like, there's no way. These are my most prized, valuable possessions. There's no way you're having these swords. I would kill to be able to kill with these swords on top of that. And like we've already established, I don't even know I can't kill you. Now granted, I don't really have any reason to kill you, but if you try to take my swords, that's a good reason for me to use them again.
I thought it'd be a measure of good faith on your side.
No. That's not how this works.
Got any spares?
No, I don't have any spares. So have you seen these? He shows you the sword with the demonic face on it. He's like, there's no spare of this. No.
Am I able to discern if it's of the same makings of
It
how my
does.
weapon changed?
It does look like there is a possibility that it could be just by the fact that they are expertly made and it has a horrific demonic face on the front. So it is possible. It is definitely possible. And he says, look, really, I'm not even trying to be antagonistic. I just want to leave.
I believe you, dude.
He says, honestly, I think you're the smartest person here. And I'm not just saying that because you're agreeing with me. I think so. And I think
Well, I
everyone
didn't.
should listen to the smartest person here and let's just do this.
I think Umbra is actually smarter than me.
It's okay.
Can we have another second to confer among
Mm-hmm.
ourselves to
Sure.
figure out what we're gonna deal with you with?
Sure.
Yeah,
If you
keep
want,
going
I'll leave
for
it. I'm telling you, if you want to leave and leave, you can just summon me again, whatever you need to do.
Just give it a
Just
couple
stay
seconds.
there. Just stay
Yeah,
there.
Okay.
just give us
All right,
Go
fine,
back
fine,
to
fine.
Umbra's house.
So
Yep.
it sounds like you all are very interested in dealing with this person. I'm deeply worried about what this thing would do if it gets out of here. It's completely castrated here. It can't do shit.
Who cares?
But out there, who knows? Do you have family?
Yeah.
Do any of you have family in the other worlds?
No.
I care about.
Do you care
Yes.
about anyone in the other worlds? Anyone you care about?
What I care about is right here.
Well, then you should worry about him getting out because God knows what he'll do.
Thanks, Erastus.
Knowing who he's tied with, I think Philip's right. They can do damage here, but they could do more damage out there. We've already seen certain patrons are capable of in the outside world. I'd hate to see what additional damage he could do.
Do you guys mind if I ask him one more question?
Go ahead.
Sure.
I'm going to turn to Crix and
Yep.
ask him if he's still affiliated with Luxis.
He says, well, kind of. I mean, Luxie's kind of like betrayed me as well. Like I'm here.
Lux.
Luxis is kind of fickle. And yeah, that's a complicated question if I'm still aligned with Luxis, I guess.
If you're still aligned with Luxis, then we can't trust a single word you're saying.
Well, here's the thing. You must still be aligned with Luxis. Look at you.
I was aligned with Luxis. I am no longer aligned with him.
He says, well, I think we're probably in the same boat then.
Then if everything that's been said that you will do for us, I need you to do one more thing just between you and I.
Sure.
I need you to help me defeat Luxis.
He said,
I created him.
I mean, so he looks at you and he says, how old are you?
I reply with 26.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I've been here for thousands of years, and I don't know. I don't think you created Luxis. Why do you think you created Luxis? And he looks at you.
Just as you did. I made a deal with him. I thought I was going to lose everyone. In turn, me trying to save everyone, I made a deal that allowed me to create a way to change people, just as perfect as you and I. And then with this deal, I created a cult following. With that, made Luxis become real.
Said, well, you did something amazing. I mean, that's amazing. You like brought a god into the world. That's pretty amazing. I don't know what to believe in that respect, considering that, like I said, I mean, I think I've been here for thousands of years, and I don't see how that's possible. But I don't know. Maybe time's different here. At the same time, though, like, so he says, I'll just tell you. He says, listen, I'm from Greyhawk. I'm not from here, first and foremost. Although pieces of here are Greyhawk, so I guess I am technically from here. But there's no Chult in Greyhawk. So where are you from?
I don't even know how to reply with this.
Faerun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Faerun.
Draw
Okay.
replier. Like not in an aggressive way, but just
Right.
I'm like, oh, we went to Greyhawk. Found
Oh, wait a second. He's like, I know that sword. Where did you get that?
Greyhawk.
That is interesting. So you are from Greyhawk?
Oh, we just went there.
Interesting. He says, well, listen, I don't know Faerun, but honestly, anywhere's better than here. So here's the thing. When I leave, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to want to go to where you are. I don't even know, by the way, that Greyhawk's still around. The fact that Tovag is here is not a great sign that Greyhawk's still around. I guess if you've been there and you could tell me a little bit about it, that would help me, because I had a bad feeling that Greyhawk's like no longer like a thing.
I'll
But
describe Greyhawk, including the tombstones.
Greyhawk's a country, by the way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the tombstones we found, what was written on the epitaphs. I'll describe them to him.
Okay.
What
He says,
does
yeah,
that
that's
mean
weird.
for
He said,
Greyhawk?
that is weird. He said, but anyway, he looks at you, Pirvin, and he says, I think we're aligned. I think we're aligned. Yes, I'll help you defeat Luxis. Sure.
Wait, what does that mean for Greyhawk? If it's here.
I think if it's here, then I think you know, right? Like, how could it be here? How
There's
could it be here
another
unless someone broke it away or broke
there's
it into
one of the
pieces?
Swords of Answering that's also out in Faerun.
Yeah, it's interesting. He said, you know what else is interesting? Every single island is another small landmass from Greyhawk or Flanese or another piece of Orth. So I'm pretty sure that everyone that we knew, and you said, Umbra, you are from Greyhawk, right?
I am.
See, then everyone we knew is dead. If you're from the original Greyhawk, then my guess is they're all dead.
Well, I was born here, but my parents were.
Oh, yes, you said, yeah, that's too bad again. But anyway, like I said, this is we're wasting time. I'm willing to help you, and I think we have a deal. So we're gonna find pieces of Vecna. We're gonna do whatever she did, and we're gonna see what happens, right?
No.
So I might be late to the party on this one, but who exactly is this Luxis?
To be honest, I don't know what Luxis is. Does anyone know? He looks at you, Paravan. What is Luxis? You created him, right?
I do not want to be reminded of what I created.
He
God of
says,
chaos.
he says, "Are you kidding me? You have like morality with this?" He's like, "Oh man." He's like, "Well, whatever."
They're just a god of chaos. That's all we know.
He said, "That sounds right." I mean, Luxis is not a good thing. He's not like a good thing, sure. And he says, "Why do you have morality? That's so bizarre." Like, that, he looks around and he looks around to the group and he says, "I know you have no idea what he's talking about, but I do, and it is very funny to me that he has any sense of morality."
Wait,
Smiles
do
at
you
you,
not?
Paravan. No, I do. I do. It's just funny for me that he does. I mean, he created this thing. This thing is, um, I don't know, by your standards, probably not great. He smiles.
So what you're saying is, for someone to do something that bad, he should probably be super shitty.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, he says it doesn't really matter. I mean, what really, really, really matters is us working together, so we can
Cool.
both get what we want here. Yeah.
Now, can we go to Umbra's house?
Sure. Where's Umbra's house?
We're taking him home to my house, really.
We have all of our
This
stuff
seems
under
like
your floor.
something that we should
Oh,
probably talk about before we just make a decision. Can we have a huddle again?
We are talking
Can
about
The
we-
huddle
So
doesn't
sure,
matter.
sure.
The huddle doesn't do
Why-
anything.
All
Let's
we
go.
do is huddle. All we do
Why
is
don't
huddle.
we-
He says to be honest. He says to be honest. Umbra's exactly right. I can hear everything anyway. He says, "Do you want me to leave?"
We're not even
Yes.
backing up. We're huddling 2 feet from him.
All we do is huddle. Let's just we have to go back there anyways because all our stuff is in your floorboards.
No, oh my god. You're
What?
You think he's the smartest? Do you really still think that he's the smartest?
Yeah, I think he's just honest, and he smiles.
Wisdom is 11. What do you want from me, Tyler?
I don't like this smile.
You know
Okay.
a lot, but I'm not very smart in a different way.
He says, but listen, out of all this stuff, I know sometimes I have a hard time relating to people, but listen, I am being genuine. I just want to help you. Because honestly, I really want you to help me. I mean, that's the honest truth. To be honest, like I just met you. I don't really honestly care about all of you that much, but I do absolutely want to get out of here.
Well, why do you want to go to Faerun? If you're just
Because
so
it's
bored and you
because it's
aimlessly
not
wander
here.
here,
Because it's not
Okay.
here.
then
And
what do you
gonna
intend to do there?
Right.
Help people. I'm gonna help
Help
people.
Help people
You're a demon.
with your lack of morality? Help people as a fiend?
He has morality. He said he has morality. He's a knight. Let's let him be a knight again.
Let him
Yeah.
answer the question.
He says, okay. He says, okay. All right. So what would you be concerned with me doing? And he smiles. He says, no, seriously, you tell me. What would you be concerned about? And I'll tell you as honestly as I can. What would be the worst? Like what are you worried about with me?
I'm worried that you're going to end up killing more people than Luxis already has.
Lexis is probably going to end up killing everybody, to be honest, and I won't do that.
What will
I'm
you
worried
do?
you've signed. Yeah.
Don't make us answer these questions. You answer.
Live without agony, despair, all of the nonsense that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
What will
I
you
have
do to other
an
people?
insane boredom here as well. I'm
What-
incredibly bored. Like I said, I can't even affect anything. All I do, like I go to Tovog and I watch people die in 30 years. I stick out like a sore thumb anyway. I can't even stay in Tovog.
Look, fellas, you know I am probably the most distrustful one here. I mean, every person that's shown up to the group has either crossed us in some way or taken something or just flat out ran away from us.
Well, what
But
have I done? I haven't done shit
present
yet.
company excluded, okay? But we're gonna put an asterisk next to your name until you stick around for a couple of days.
Until what? Until what?
Until you stick around for a couple of days. But anyways, I can relate to being in a really bad place and wanting to get out, and I think we all can. And I mean, if I was in his position, I would probably be saying the same things. He might have a sketchy past, but I kind of think that, so does Pierre, and so does Theo, I guess, and they're our friends. So we should probably be extend the olive branch and be the better people that we claim to be. That's just what I think.
Or
He
we
says,
should
yeah,
be
and maybe I
scrupulous.
can even help. Maybe I can even help Sio. Now that I know your real name, he smiles.
You
Maybe I can
us
even
close
help you.
Sure.
Exactly. Maybe
Help me. Help me
because,
how?
and he looks to the group and he says, because she has an evil being inside her, and we all want to help her deeply, I'm sure.
Gross.
But
Bullshit.
re- but
Sio's popping
yeah,
off.
yeah. But regardless, no, it's okay, Sio. I had the same thing in me. It's fine. I was evil too. It's
No,
okay. So
it's not.
he says it
She's
doesn't
not
matter.
evil.
Wait, hold
He
on.
says, okay, it doesn't matter, guys. She's not evil. So what I was saying is that, so when we get out, see, and he looks at he's like, you guys are gonna have to help her anyway one day. So it's better to keep me out because then maybe I can like maybe you need a favor for me as well one day when like I'm out there and like the evil like spreads and she like starts to murder you in your sleep or whatever's gonna happen. I can help with that.
So you're not gonna when you get out. When you get out, you're not gonna like harm women and children and little people
No,
and
no, 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 no. Little. He says, little people. And he looks at Pyramid. He said, "Did you harm little people? Did you harm little people?
No.
Are they like doll-sized people? Did
What
you?"
I'm saying is anybody. Okay, tall people, short people, people.
When it
He looks at you, Gretna, and he says, "No, no, no." He says, "No, no. I love people. I wouldn't harm people."
You wouldn't harm people because you don't want to, or you wouldn't harm people because you can't in this realm.
No, no. I wouldn't harm people because I don't want to. Number one. And number two, I literally, like I said, I'm the good guy here. I wanted to get rid of that woman that you're dealing with anyway. And then yes, I made a deal with like Luxis or whatever, probably a bad deal. And he looks over at you, Parrot. He says he knows it's bad. It's not good. but regardless, he said it's fine. Listen to the turtle. He's like giving you really good
Portal.
advice. What is it? He said. What is it? You're a
Portal.
you're a turtle. Okay, listen to the turtle. He said, but regardless, let's just both get out of here, and then we can deal with all of this later. We both get out of here. We can deal with everything. You guys can even
Yeah.
yell at me a bunch. It's fine.
And well, as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned,
I'd like to. I'd like.
I think everything, all the relations of everyone, that's all baggage. I think the main thing is, I mean, even if he's evil, CO's evil, I'm evil, who cares? We have to get out of here.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
And I can't even
you-
die, but I
Umber-
assume all of you can. So, yeah. And you don't want to die here. Oh, you do not want to die here. You can't even imagine what's going to happen if you die here. So, yeah, you do not want to die here.
to that point, what's the difference between dying here and dying out there?
You get
You said it-
consumed here. You're just gonna get consumed. There is no. I mean, I'm going to I'm going to tell you a secret that none of you probably knew, but there is no end after death. But here, it's gonna be bad for you. You will literally get consumed here. Meaning that you will lose your very consciousness eventually, which will be the only blessing you get because you're going to spend what feels like to you an eternity being devoured. This is not the place you want to die. As a matter of fact, he looks over at Philip. See, that's actually why it's depressing, Philip. That's why. That's what happened to your parents. That's what happened to everybody here. It's going to happen to everybody that happens
clap
for another
my hands
1,000
over-
years. Yeah, he said that's why you don't want to stay here because it's going to happen to everyone. Everyone's going to live to like 30 and then they're going to get consumed. That's how it works here.
Not if we get the pieces of Vecna.
Exactly. And he looks at
And
you
the sword.
exactly. We get the whatever pieces of Vecna, and then we do whatever CO did, and then we figure out how to leave. And like if you need if you need the sword, yeah, we'll get the sword. It's fine.
We were told we were told how to do this. If we get the sword, we were told.
Okay. All right. We'll get the sword. Fine.
Doing what I did will incinerate you.
Wait a second. What? Well, that's. I don't think we're gonna touch
That?
me with the staff. I think what we're gonna do is touch pieces of Vecna with the staff, and he smiles at you. See, you can tell he's kind of like undermining you, but he basically says,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't mean to be like insulting to you. What I'm saying is that we're gonna look and witness what you did, and this is gonna be the key to leaving. I can feel it. And once
I
we
feel
figure it
too,
out,
Craig. I feel it.
and once we figure this out, like I said, it's fine. By the way, why do you need the sword of Cass? That's kind of an awful thing to take. There's much easier things that we can grab. Like, why do you need the sword?
Personal reasons that you don't need to concern yourself with.
He said, fine. He said, let's just go. Well, let's do what we need to do to get out of here.
Should we vote?
But if we take you with us, no matter if we're all good or if we're all evil, you can't
Yep.
be mean to us, and you have to treat Philip better
Okay.
by not
all right.
telling him all
Fair.
about death.
Fair. We will take the entire fate of our entire existence on niceties, and I promise to be nice. Fair enough. Absolutely. Deal.
I don't want you to be nice to people outside the party if you don't want to, but we're a team. If we're evil together. If we're good together.
Oh,
Okay.
no evil. No evil. Let's...
Okay.
Except for her, she's not evil.
Okay. Fine. Well, let's all be good. And he looks at you, Grandy. He says, "Look, good is better. I agree. Let's all be good." And
Trix, you're in.
he said, "Great." He said, "So where do we want to go?"
Umbra's house.
Sure,
So
my house.
Umbra, can you show me where your house is on the map? I
Point
assume
to
you
it.
have one. Okay.
You follow the edge here. Be careful, there's a path.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Leads
bring
around
that
the
up
edge
too.
of the forest.
I'm getting that back door.
Or you could just teleport there if you can.
I know that back
Oh,
door's
don't
open
worry.
right
He
now.
said just it's okay. Just everyone be quiet for 1 second and let's see what happens. And he says this and he said you asked a question, right? Before, Turtle? And as
Yes.
you guys are going through and like you notice that like that whatever that is, the blackness, the smoke, whatever's going on, you can feel it like enveloping the entire room. You can feel it going through um, and filling everything. And then sure enough, wrong one. Sure enough, in a couple seconds, he does bring you right back to where you are on the map. And he said, see, I'm powerful and good because I brought us here. And he puts his arms out, and finally the blackness goes away, and you can see that you are next to your house.
And I don't think you ever told us where you're from.
Greyhawk. I'm from Greyhawk.
Where in Greyhawk?
I'm actually from a small town in Flanese. He said, do you know Greyhawk?
I've heard stories.
He said, okay. He said, listen, Umber, you've been incredibly sensible to me. So if you want to ask me something about Greyhawk, I'll tell you. What would you like to know about Greyhawk? It was not like this, by the way. Greyhawk had its problems for sure. But, there were amazing heroes in Greyhawk. Have you ever heard of the Circle of Eight?
My parents mentioned them.
Yeah, they're really, really powerful wizards. There were lots of good people in Greyhawk.
No more, right?
I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm not really good with sensitivities, but I will be honest and tell you that I do not think that anyone survived whatever happened to Greyhawk now that there's pieces of it in this place.
Umber
He
just
said, "Do you-"
starts wiping tears from his face.
He said, "Oh, don't cry." He said, "Somebody help this person. Don't cry over Greyhawk. It's fine." It is sad. It is really, really sad because all the people that survived whatever happened now live here. So their legacy is just basically dying over and over again and getting consumed. That is incredibly sad.
I go over and put my shoulder on, my hand on his shoulder and kind of pat it a little.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
But to be honest, I would cry for
Yeah,
Philip.
Paint does the same.
Philip's gonna die really soon, and he's gonna get consumed.
Not if we give him the first piece of Vecna we find. Reverses the effect of the curse.
Dog is freaking out.
He said, "Okay, so
Yes.
what exactly are we looking for? So these pieces of Vecna, you're gonna have to do a little better. By the way, why can't we just?" Oh, he says the person that told you about the pieces of Vecna had a piece of Vecna, and Co took the piece of Vecna, and now he's dust. He's like that. I get it. Oh, that's so bad, Co. That is so bad.
You're looking for skin, teeth, eye, hand of Vecna.
Okay.
And Banquo said that they were here and here on the map, and I point to him. But
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. He
that's
says, okay. He says, I'm gonna have to go scout out and look. Do you guys want to stay here while I go scout out and look and see if we can find whatever?
We should
I mean, I can
probably
look for
rest.
pieces of skin. Okay. He says,
I
well,
need to
I don't
rest.
need. He says, I don't need to rest, so I can just go start looking while you guys rest. That's fine with me.
Okay. Before
Yes.
before I take a rest, I just want to. You guys need food? I can make food.
yes, please. Can you
Okay.
make more of those cinnamon buns that I had before?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Please.
Fricks, do you need
I'm
any help?
sorry. I can't. But I do.
What-
I do cast create food and water.
Do you need help, Crix?
So
This
I
is-
create
I mean, if you
45
wanna-
pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
If you want
Wait,
to
you
come,
get a barrel?
if you do want to come into the forest with a
I'm
ton
not
of
barrel rich.
demonic things that are gonna rip you to shreds, I mean, I guess I don't really need the help, but you can come with me if you want. But it's not my fault if you die. By the way, as a matter of fact, no, just stay here because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to take you into the forest. You're going to get ripped to shreds. I'm going to come back and I'm going to be telling the truth that I really had nothing to do with your death, and then everyone's going to hate me and we're never going to leave this place. So it's probably better that you stay.
Well, I wasn't offering to go. I was thinking more I could just give you something that would help you get by.
Oh, what can you do for me?
I can make you a magic cloak.
What does it do?
Out of game, it's a cloak of Elvenkind.
No, that's okay. You can just tell them in game. Tell them what it does in game. So what does the cloak do?
You put the hood up and people can't see you very good, and it makes it easier for you to get around unseen.
oh, I can just do this. And he, without any verbal semantic components at all, he starts to literally fade and he's invisible.
Well, shit. All right. Never mind then.
He says,
Trying
you
to
can
help.
hear him. He says, okay. He says, are we ready? Do you want me to go do this?
Okay, bye.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
so
but
he
don't attune to it. If you find it, bring it back. Do not attune to it.
okay. He says, deal.
Okay.
I won't. It's fine.
CEO also has a question for him, but she can wait till he gets back.
Okay. All right. All right. So he's gone. You guys can now do whatever you want.
Okay. There's 45 pounds of food sitting in the middle of the floor.
Is it really 45 pounds of food? That is an insane amount of food that you make. That's
It's okay,
awesome.
food and water. And the 30 gallons of water, I don't know where that is. It's like
30 gallons of water is like a barrel. It's like a small
Yeah.
barrel full of water. But
so if there was
yeah.
a receptacle, I'd put it in there. I don't know if
it's just funny to me because like 45 pounds of bread would be a massive amount of bread. So that's why. Yeah, it's interesting.
If the food is
Just fills
bland
up
but
the whole room.
nourishing and spoils if not eaten within 24 hours. The water is clean
Duplication
and does not
glitch.
go bad.
I have a cooked utensils. I can season it.
Okay.
I hold out my hands and
Well,
open
it's
my
either
mouth.
that or yeah, prestidigitation can also flavor food for 1 hour.
Good. Excellent. And then after that, if there's any like a flasks or something, I'd like to try and create like to try and create some holy water.
So is there like bread amongst this food?
It
Yes,
says it's bland but nourishing.
Yes, and out of game, Seal actually can because she's already had it from prestidigitation these into like sweet rolls and stuff.
Yeah, that's
which is
what.
very cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Did Oasis ever give Pan one? I don't think so. So Sia would have to do it. Never mind.
What, a guidance?
No,
No.
prestidigitation the bread into tasting like the bun. I was
Oh,
gonna do that
Yeah,
for.
basically all you need is the knowledge. All you need is
I
the
don't
actual
have
knowledge. So
prestidigitation. Oh.
yeah,
I don't know that Pan would have that knowledge.
Oh, I have that.
Oh.
yeah,
I can do
that's
it.
what I was saying, Umbra. Now that you've actually had it, you could probably replicate this and go through it. This might be like the best thing that's ever happened to you, to be honest. Because before you had prestidigitation, but you don't have the experience to like even like make it into candy or whatever. Now you
Welcome.
actually have something. So yeah, exactly. That would be
The best thing
semi-valuable.
that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is amazing. Guys, try this milk. It tastes like cinnamon.
That's adorable.
You try.
So as soon as Crix leaves, I'm just gonna turn to Sio and and I'm just gonna pull out a jumble of notes of scribbled, just parchments and. So your god wasn't Luxis. Your god was the mistress of secrets, Sulkatesh.
Can we have like
Don't.
euphemisms or something, code words instead of saying the names? Would that be okay, everybody?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
good.
would be a lot better because I don't know how he was able to do what he claims to have done, both with my patron and with Paravin's patron. But I can promise you that if you were to say their name in our world, you would die on sight. And that's what I'm most concerned about. Just because he told me this in confidence in an area where I know she can't speak to me doesn't mean that she won't find out, and doesn't mean that she won't kill me, then kill you, and then kill everyone I've ever come into contact with. Because that is the nature of my promise to her. If
Why didn't
anyone
you do
was
that
to
with
ever
him then?
find out,
Sounds like you made a shitty deal.
Yeah, why did
I
you make
didn't
this
make
deal?
a shitty deal. Because she was the only person who was willing to help me out of a bind. I don't have anyone back home. She was the only person to help me, and she has always helped me. So I honestly don't give a damn what Crix has to say about her. I don't give a flying fuck if any one of you think that I'm evil or she's evil. She's not. And if she wants me to die because of his folly of saying her name, then I would gladly die. She's the only person who was there for me when I was suffering most.
Oh, I don't
And
care if
now,
you're evil.
because of him, she might. That's what they all say. Until they start treating me different. don't trust him. Not only because he made a pact with her and then broke it, but because he made a pact with Luxis and broke it.
The
He was to
name,
come
the
into our
name.
world.
Larry, something. Stop saying it.
Right. He made pacts with very powerful
Chaos God Larry.
patrons. And the fact that he's able to freely say them here doesn't mean he's free of repercussions in our world, or that we won't be on the receiving end of their ire now that he's in our lot.
I'm with CO. He can maybe be used. I mean, he is trapped here, right?
I liked him.
If he upholds his part of the bargain, we have to uphold ours.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if he
mean-
can uphold not signing our death warrants once we step back into the Tomb of Horrors.
Like
Wait,
we've already
wait,
He
said.
wasn't lying when he said,
Are we going into
yes, that's true.
the Tomb of Horrors? What's that?
That's
No, wait, no, we no one. Wait, we didn't tell him yet. Oh,
It seems like an ill thought out plan.
yeah.
And
It's-
that's not another domain of dread, right?
No.
No,
It's not.
It's the connection of our world to this one. That's how we were able to get here. Vecna V's apprentice
Thank you.
is tied to our world. It was through him that we were able to get here. But in order to get back, we have to go through this domain back to the Tomb of Horrors, to V's apprentice.
kill
That's why
his
we
bony.
needed the sword. It's to stop him.
From
I'm gonna
turning
start
Stop
ritual
him.
our
gathering.
world into this.
Assuming our world isn't already this bad.
So you guys, as you're talking, that black mist comes back again, and solidifies into Crix, and he says, "Look how good I am!" And he throws two black teeth at you, Philip. He says, "There, first one. What are we gonna do now?"
Dude, you're amazing. You're
Are they like
the most
together?
He said,
amazing-
"Now listen, no, they're not. They're two fangs. It looks like two incisors." And he says, "Here's the problem." He says, "I don't think I can get the next one. Don't even know what I have to do for this one. But what are we doing? Are we giving them to Philip because like he's gonna get consumed?" Kind of regret telling you that story now, Philip, but I guess that's fair. Do you know how this works, Philip?
Why
You
don't you
need
tell
really
both
me?
things.
He said, "Come here, open your mouth."
Wait, Philip. Wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Consumed. What do you mean by consumed?
When I
When
die
Philip
here, I get
dies,
consumed.
He's gonna get consumed. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now,
why don't you
Philip,
talk
I don't
me through
know
the
much.
process?
Okay, so here's the thing. I just know how to use them. I don't know what it's going to do to you. And by the way, if this kills you or makes you into a monster or does something horrible, this is not my fault. Okay? First and foremost, I honestly have no idea what these are going to do. I just know how to use them. I can feel it when I touch them. So here's what you're going to have to do, though. And this is not going to be pretty, and it's probably going to be painful, Philip. But it is what it is.
Why are we
Do
doing
you
this
want
to
these or
Philip?
not?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's.
Tell me.
I think
tell
it's
me what's gonna
because
happen.
I think it's because Philip needs this to not like die horribly young. I think if he takes one of these, he's gonna like basically not age the way that he's aging now. Philip, you're not gonna get any years back. Sorry to tell you, but I do think this is gonna stop that process.
All right.
Okay.
Tell me.
Like I said, I don't have a ton of empathy, so it's really hard for me to pretend that I'm going to care about the pain that I'm inflicting here. But
No
I
one
am going to have to do
expects you to.
something. Okay,
Go for
great.
it.
Everyone's okay with this? He looks around. Everybody's
No.
okay?
Well,
Yeah.
Philip, will this
It's up
mess?
to Philip. It's his thing.
Okay.
You said you made an oath, Philip. Do you know if this will interfere with that at all?
He said,
It will not.
good, too late. Anyway, in a split second, Crix moves at frighteningly like speed to the point that you can't even. It's almost like a blur. He literally takes your mouth. It almost seems like it's effortless to him, but props it up. He does not break your jaw, but he does lift it uncomfortably, like basically large. He snaps both of your incisors out, and literally you are bleeding from your mouth like crazy. He does it like in an instant. He quickly throws the teeth over to you, Umbra, and he takes the black incisors and he jams them where your teeth should be. And now your mouth is just full of blood. You're in immense pain. It's going to drop you to your knees. It's very, very painful. And he says, "See, I told you this isn't pleasant. Let's give him a second, everybody. Like maybe an hour or so. I'm sure it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I
I'll
feel
pick
like
up his
I feel like I
teeth.
pass out.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you okay,
Yeah.
Philip?
That's how
Ah,
this works, by the way. Hey, it's a good thing we didn't find a hand or something, right? I'd have to cut it off.
yeah, great.
I'll wait. Hold on. I make the blood in the inside of his mouth taste like chocolate.
Yeah.
Wow, what a friend.
Dangerous.
Wow,
happens
what a
after-
crossover.
So what happens after 15 minutes? So what happens after 15 minutes or so? You do stop bleeding. You do have 2 black fangs now. They are like fangs in your mouth. So you can hide them. They're not like terribly bad. It's not monstrous, but they are definitely sharper and a little larger than normal incisors. And he says, "All right, you feel any different?" No, meta for right now, you do not actually feel any different at all.
All right. No, I don't.
And then from a meta perspective, I will tell you how these work since this is a second
Great.
edition item.
You look good,
And does not have it does have a D&D Beyond thing through my custom thing, but this is not a 5e item. This is a second edition item that I've converted. So for now,
Okay.
nothing happens though.
Great.
Yep. You said, all right. So again, I don't know what's going to happen to Philip when we touch the thing with the staff. Seal.
I'm not touching him with the staff.
Really? Like, why did I put these in Philip's mouth then? Are we
I've
kidding
been
right
trying
now?
to tell you that from the beginning, that I'm not touching anyone with the remnant of V attached to them.
He says, "Why didn't someone tell me that before we helped
I-
Philip?" He says, "Fine."
I
He says, "Are you
did.
serious? We have to go find another one of these things?"
Yes.
Oh my
I will
gosh.
touch the item when it's not attached to somebody. Unless
Uh,
you want to volunteer yourself, Crick. I'd be just
uh,
fine with that.
he said, "I don't think it'll do much to me anyway." But he said,
We can
"God."
find out.
He said, "All right." He said, "Well, that really sucks, and nobody really explained that to me before I did this." All right, Philip, you're cured. Yay, yay! We cured Philip.
Philip
Great.
gives him a shit-eating grin through like
Yeah.
his bloody mouth. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Now we have to find another one of these, and I can't get another one. Great. Wonderful.
Why can't you get another one? I thought you were some kind of miracle worker.
I was until I got that. And let's just put it this way. I'm on borrowed time here. So I mean I've got longer than you got I've got longer than you could hold out on me. Like I'm gonna be here for like let's say that all of you die. I've still got like 2 years. But the problem is that now that I've started this, Vecna now knows that I'm like on the table in the whatever chess piece or whatever, and I can't just go start stealing these because once Vecna finds me, it's going to be a fucking problem.
Can you just
So
stop saying their name? That might help.
Well,
you said that's a
the-
superstition, by the way. I don't know why you guys are like that, but whatever.
Yes.
That was weird too.
Yes.
That was
Thank
weird
God.
too.
But anyway, regardless though, we are gonna have to find another one of these because it's very very important that you touch the staff. Like now I understand. Like you're not gonna touch the staff to Philip's mouth because oh God forbid Philip like disintegrates. But let's find another one as soon as we can. I really wish I had understood this by the way because I would have just touched the staff to the teeth. But it's fine.
well, you know that Vecna can't teleport to the side of the Burning Peaks, right?
I vaguely understand that. Why how do we know this?
This is Larry's domain.
Well, this is right. Okay. But like, how do we know that Vecna can't come over here?
He
Like,
would've by now.
what's the proof?
Well, I mean, this is because why wouldn't he just teleport in and kill Kaz?
Well, because Kess, did murder him once. Maybe he's afraid of him.
Why wouldn't Kaz teleport in there? If he killed him once, why wouldn't he kill him again?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I'm not sure. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay. All right. So, I have an idea that pieces of Vecna are scattered all over the desert. The problem is we're not going to get anywhere close to that. Like that's just not going to happen. So either we need to find another piece that's on this side, or we need to get lucky and one of those pieces is somehow on the road. But if I remember correctly, aren't there like a bunch of soldiers that fight Vecna all the time or something?
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't think they're winning.
But don't we have a map of
No, they're not.
the remains on this side? There had to be more than just those two.
So were the
So sure
fangers
enough,
in
you do
two
have
good
a map that
spots?
actually does show you that there's so he'll cooperate and tell you that the one that he got was over here. So the remaining one is closer to Torque Rock. There's one somewhere in this vicinity here.
Well, how
Guys,
long do we have to wait for you to go and fetch it?
So
Oh,
I can
that's
jump.
just it. I cannot fetch this one. Remember
Why not?
what I said?
Yes, but you didn't tell us why.
Because if I fetch this one, Vecna's going to know exactly where I'm at. And if Vecna knows where I'm at, he's going to know where you are.
just said this.
Okay. Can you explain where it exactly is?
I know that's the thing. I just looked for the other one. I just looked for the other one. I haven't looked for this one yet. And if I even get in the same vicinity of it, it's going to alert Vecna now.
Guys, all we did was give him
Well,
general directions and told him to go find them, and he came back with one. He doesn't have any more information.
It is true. I mean, I am amazing, but I'm not like the god of this area.
is it possible to take one of the incisors out and not reverse what's happened to
I have
the
no idea how any of
Philip?
this works. Go ahead.
Why?
Feel free to try. That's a great idea. That is a great idea, CO. Let's take one of them out and touch it to the staff.
How
I
about
asked
we
a
stop
question.
messing with my mouth and we leave you behind and we go find the other piece of Vecna which you can't touch.
Sure.
As the resident magic items guy, I feel like those teeth are probably linked, and to touch the staff to one of them would be to touch the staff to both of them, and we know how that worked last time.
Thank
Then
you.
let's go look for it.
Yeah, I think
think
we're
But
not.
let's go to
Not
sleep
good.
first. Let's take a rest
Yeah.
first.
It's
I start ritual
late
casting Tiny Hut.
almost.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna outsmart this situation, fellas.
Crix, do you want in the hut or outside the hut?
I don't need to. It doesn't matter. I'll stay outside the hut. I don't need
You want
to be
some
in the
food,
hut.
man? We got like 30
Okay.
extra pounds of it.
Moon rolls.
He said, "No, I'm good. It's fine. You eat your food."
Do not eat.
No, I do, just privately.
Insight check.
You're a nervous chewer.
You can inside check him. Go for it.
I would
That's
also
okay.
What
I
did
was
you roll?
kind of just
say-
joking.
Oh, okay.
We won't watch you eat if that's the problem. Like we'll turn our backs.
Are you vampire?
No.
That's one one.
Why
No.
did you go straight to vampire?
No, I'm not a vampire. You know what would be really funny? I mean, Philip has like these teeth. What would be really funny is if Philip is now a vampire and he looks over at you, Philip. That would be really, really funny.
That would be funny.
Philip,
Philip
you're
does
not a
not
vampire.
find this funny.
Man, that would suck.
No, he would suck.
That was a pun.
That was my.
Well,
All right,
Philip,
Tiny Hut.
if you
Oh.
are a vampire, it's a good trade. You traded, whatever. You traded a short life for, a
Eternity.
longer life. Yeah.
I mean, it would be great to be a vampire. I mean,
Philip
just think
is
about it.
eating his feelings.
I don't think there's ever been a total vampire.
And we're not starting today.
Agreed.
We only live to be 50 years old, so I kind of get the not want to die early thing.
So
Exactly.
sleep and then next
Okay.
day.
During
we
before
ready?
before we go to sleep, I'd like to try and create some holy water.
Okay.
I don't know how you want me to
So,
go about it.
so here's what you'd have to do to get holy water.
Mhm.
You would have to. So your food. So you can use the water that you got, but it's going to go away in a day. Or
No,
you
the,
have.
the water stays forever.
Oh, does it? If the water
Yeah,
stays
the
forever,
water
you're
don't-
good. Then you're good. So to create holy water, though, you're going to have to pray really, really hard and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, before we go to sleep, I need Philip and I need Umbra to come here.
Yes.
What's up?
Oh, also, no, wait, just those two.
I can't
I'm
leave
going-
the hut, unfortunately.
Well, no,
So
it's
it's in
fine,
private.
fine. I'm going to use my infusions so they can attune to it over the rest. I'm going to make Philip's weapon a radiant weapon, so it's a +1 weapon. If it
Love
has
it.
3 charges, if you after being hit, you can expend a charge to cause the attacker to be blinded. If it fails a DC 14 con save, it has 4 charges, regaining 1d4 at dawn. But mechanically, it's a +1 weapon, and if you get hit, you can try to blind someone. For Umbra, I'm giving you a 3rd level spell refueling ring. So you can dump a 3rd level spell slot into it and store it. And that's all I can do right now.
Ooh.
And then
Nice.
I'm turning Bimmy back into a homunculus.
Nice.
And I'm gonna take the gloves off and give them to Macmorn and let him use them for the next day.
Oh gosh, what
That's
spell do I want to put into it? Oh no.
Would it be possible to consult the Demonomicon before I go to sleep and
Yes.
The
try
gloves
and
of
see if it tells me what Crix is?
Sure.
gloves of ogre power, by the way, in case
Yep.
you don't remember.
Yeah, so you're gonna think quietly to yourself to try to look up whatever Crix is into the Demonomicon, I assume, without saying anything. Or do you
Yeah,
want to say it out
no,
loud?
I'm just
He can't hear you in the tiny hut. Presumably, he shouldn't be able to. But okay.
no, I'll think it's myself because I don't really want anyone to know what's going on. But
Okay.
I'll go
Cool.
into the house in like a secluded corner and do
Yeah.
that.
So you try in every unfortunately you don't really know what kind of fiend he is or how he's a fiend or any of that. So it tries its best and it goes through and it does show you demonically possessed changelings and like other things that he could possibly be, but none of them are you really know for sure. So there's a couple different things. So one is a demonically possessed changeling. The other one that which is essentially a changeling that has been full on possessed by a higher level demon. There's also these things called creons, which are literally demonic homunculus that demons make. They're homunculus that demons make. That's possible that he's one of those. The only other thing that it has a suggestion on is that he is like a half breed. And given his power, it shows you that there is one half breed in existence that's actually a human half breed demon lord. They're not tieflings. Um, and it has a small inscription on the history of tieflings, which you would find incredibly interesting, that explains that the tiefling's like existence is all a lie, and that there is no such thing as true half-blood demons. The tieflings were created from a curse that was set on by Asmodeus. This is in the margin footnotes. Now,
Hmm.
you don't know if this is true or not, but it is in the Demonomicon. So it's basically explaining that your entire race is not half like blooded demon slash other like variants, that it is 100% a blood curse that was given to all tieflings by Asmodeus.
Does it say anything about what it does?
No,
Besides just it's a
it just
curse.
makes them look like demons. Essentially, it's the like existence or birth of tieflings, according to this book. Yeah, which is news to you because that is not how you understand your lineage or race to be.
Chris, I'm gonna belay that and not put Bimmy back into battle mode. I'm gonna take my repulsion shield.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay. Besides that, Sia wants to interrogate Crix.
Okay. Oh, you want to like
She's
go
just
outside the hut and talk to him?
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can ask him a question
Okay.
real fast before she
He
goes
yeah,
inside
he'll
and goes
bring you
off.
out. Actually, he'll say, yeah, if you want to talk privately, by all means, let's talk privately.
Yeah. So she'll try and pull him over to a more secluded area.
Yep.
And she's just gonna ask him how he intends to not sign their death warrant, assuming they all get back to Faerun.
He said
And
no.
she'll
Yep. He says I have
yeah,
no
she's
intention of
just
killing anyone.
mm,
He says, to be honest, I have no intention of killing anyone. And I'm sorry that I had to try to make you out evil before, but the truth is, you don't even remotely understand what you're dealing with, which is fine. Whatever. Your choices are your choices, just like my choices are my choices. But understand this: it is incredibly important for me to get out of here, no matter what. And it is in your best interest. And he puts his hand up, and you can actually feel this like burning heat around your like in your chest and your heart. And he said, "Listen, I am going to live up to what I said. We're erasing everything. I don't want her to know anything either. Okay? So I'm going to help you too." And he puts his like fist over it, and he literally, you can feel absolutely something has been done to the disc. Like you know this instinctively. There's no like question about it. And he says, "So, look, just do whatever you need to do, play along, whatever. She's never gonna know about this, and let's just both get out of here and leave. Deal?"
I wasn't asking for your favor or your grace. I was asking you to make sure that if she finds out that my friends don't die because of your arrogance.
Well, I just helped you, CEO. She's never gonna find out now. Unless you tell her. In which case, if you tell her, you tell her. There's nothing I can do about that. He smiles. He says, "But look, I really don't. I really, really, really do not have any like evil intent towards you, like you think I do. At the same time, hey, this is going to be funny if she finds out, because it's not going to be great for you or for any of your friends, obviously. But at the end of the day, I left her for a reason. You make your own choices. I don't really care what you do. Let's just both get out of here." And he says, "By the way, if you're interested, I could tell you why I went with Lexis. I mean, you might actually like that better."
I'm curious enough to ask you why. But know this, I chose to be in her service. I have no
Because
desire of leaving her.
yeah, but you're always going to be a pawn. She's going to treat you like a student forever. You go with Lexis, and you can literally do whatever you want. Now, Lexis has its problems. Don't get me wrong, but it's way better than that.
No desire to kill people for fun.
By the way, do you think that person that in your group is telling the truth? He created Lexis, or thinks he created Lexis?
Empowered him, I know that much is true. Created him might be a stretch.
Well, that's interesting. See, this is the most all of you are the most interesting people I've met in a long, long time. I've actually tried to escape a couple times before. It's never ever ended well, ever.
I don't imagine you coming back to our world's going to fare much better, seeing as how you have two gods on your bad side.
No, I intend to be
May
a
not know.
great hero. I intend to be a great hero, Seal. I'm gonna make a difference when I get back. No, I'm gonna make a difference when I get back. I promise.
I don't think it's a positive difference, to be fair.
He says, "Well,"
So
he says,
quickly.
"Look, I am gonna keep my bargain. You can trust me. I am gonna uphold my bargain. As long as we get out of here, I'm gone. You never have to see me again."
And that's what worries me.
He said, "Oh, see, it's because you want to see me again. I get it. Now, listen, once we're out of here, the other thing that I'm going to appreciate from you," and he gets deadly serious, "is that, look, the only reason why I even told those people about Sulcatash or any of that is to make sure that you understand that I am not messing around. Yes, I'm powerful. Yes, I know lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. I don't want to be a bad person. I just want to leave. Understand?"
I've gotten that. And know this, I'll help you to the best of my ability. But if their safety, and she'll gesture towards everyone else, if their safety is compromised because of your big mouth, especially with my patron, I don't know what will happen, but
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
it's
gonna
it's
be
fine. Like I
allies.
said, it's totally fine. So you don't even have to threaten me. I wouldn't have erased the information on the disk if I was going to do that. Trust me, you have no idea the amount of good you will do in the world just by getting me out of this place. It's going to be substantial. So, all
She's
right,
just gonna give him mad side eye and just walk away. She has
okay,
no desire to believe what he's saying.
okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, so he's gonna turn invisible again and walk over to the forest a little bit, presumably to like go to bed or lay down or whatever he does. So, all right, so you guys want to go to bed?
How hard do I have to pray? What should
You,
I roll?
so do me a favor. Go ahead and do a religion check.
Okay.
I'm also gonna turn to I'm gonna turn to CL.
So
with
many
my cane.
unexpected things, guys. I'm so proud of everybody. Anyway, so go ahead and do a religion check for me on the holy
Okay.
water. Yeah.
Please don't firebomb my house.
Try not to.
No promises.
16?
16. 16 is pretty good. Okay. So, uh, what ends up happening is
Oh no.
as you're praying to do this, for whatever reason, you get this feeling of like, just like fear and dread and awfulness. However, you are able to do something to the water. You just are not sure what's happened, but that feeling of dread and like fear and even like terror stays with you through the entire night. You're able to sleep, but it's still there when you wake up.
The whole 30 gallons or just like a little bit? Like I was just
No, no, no. I assume you were doing the whole 30 gallons. Did you
Okay.
want to do a little bit?
I was just gonna take like a flask of it, like a water skin of it.
That's totally fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that it wouldn't matter. So that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um
Okay.
I go over to Rassus. Well, let's go to sleep then.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey CL.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for worshipping whoever that was, and I probably would have done the same thing after my parents died.
I appreciate your sentiment, Umbra. I chose her, and she chose me. It's not something I want to elicit pity for. She helped me, she saved me, and I owe her a great debt for that, one I'm willing to die trying to service. So I appreciate the sentiment for the loss of my parents. But I choose to worship her, and for the record, she's not evil.
Well,
She just
yes.
wants to learn, and honestly, there's an innocence to it that I understand.
Yeah, I mean, we all die. It's better to die for something than just to die, so I understand. If I've learned something out here, it's that there's no easy answers to anything. There's no easy choices, so good night.
All right. Night.
Okay. So you go ahead and go through and sleep the night. It is uneventful. Nothing attacks you or anything else. During what seems like the morning, which is just twilight in Tobag, you guys can see that Crix is standing outside the tiny hut. He looks impatient.
Hey, did everyone check the magic items? Did like we still have everything right and the pseudo dragon's fine?
If you checked, you would notice that you do have everything. And by the way, the pseudo dragon, absolutely, when you came home, like flew into you and everything. It can sense when you're close. So yeah, he's fine.
Good morning, Crix.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, you just see him impatient. He obviously can't hear you, but
Yeah, walk outside and say good morning.
yep,
Are we able
He's
to cast identify?
yeah. If you
We
want
are?
to,
Okay.
We
I mean, if you have a pearl and
we don't have
have
the
the
stuff for it.
Right. Do we
yeah.
have the pearl?
We do not, but I can make a pearl for 3 hours.
Do we want to
Wow.
ask how Triton makes a pearl?
Carefully.
Mine as well.
Yeah,
I'm not touching that pearl.
yeah, that's very handy for class. Yeah.
It's not her hand that makes it.
What are you, an expert on
Anyway.
Tritons now?
I have played one before.
But is there asses?
Probably. Actually, probably
Yeah.
another aquatic race.
Yep, that's how it works.
Okay. Okay. All right, so Erasmus, you just come out and say hi. He says, "I've got great news. Kaz is moving. We could probably just sneak in and take the sword."
Oh,
Wait, what?
where's he moving to?
He points over, and when he does point over, he actually lets all of your sight follow his sight, which leaves your bodies. Very disorienting, frightening. But you now see it like circling over the fortress of Kaz, which I think you guys can see my mouse is over here. And sure enough, on the top tower is his sword that literally looks like it stays in this permanent like stone that's bleeding. Looks like he doesn't actually carry it. And Umbra, to be honest, you've never seen you. The only time you ever saw Kaz, he actually didn't have a sword on him either. And it looks like from the road you can already tell there's some kind of parade procession, and Kaz is like sitting on this large, what looks like metallic structure. It looks like it's a throne, and it looks like it's meant to be ornate, but it's just some like brass. It's not actually gold. They're like carrying him and other things, and he's going through a procession. So it looks like they're doing some kind of parade for some reason.
Well, shit.
He said, or we can just find whatever that, you know. He said, but I have
Well,
a
the
good
thing-
feeling that if you find the sword, maybe we get out of here. Right?
Let's do it.
He said, right?
Well,
We still don't have a way to get out of here. So what good does it do to get the sword for him to know and hunt
Well,
us
I
down?
did-
We don't even
I
know
did
how to
some-
get out.
Exactly. I did some thinking on this, and I couldn't figure out how you guys got here. So my thought is that you somehow got here by some kind of crazy magic. And if you have no way to get back, then my guess is that maybe you just take the sword.
well, they got here by wish spell.
Right. So that's not great. So that kind of blows my. So how are you getting back? What are we doing when we take the sword? I can't kill Kaz. The sword's great, but it's not. I don't think it's Kaz level great. Like, how are we gonna kill Kaz? By the way, roll a Constitution saving throw for me, Philip.
Oh.
Ooh.
We're,
This is
we're
gonna be
kind of
fun.
taking this one step at a time.
Yep.
Step one is get the sword.
Right. Seal
Alright.
will pull out her book and show him what they have written down as far as instructions.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a 7.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So
no.
so Philip, so here everyone looks over at Philip. Philip, you are incredibly uneasy and unbelievably hungry. Now, you have 1 point towards this at this point. What this means is that uh you can try to ignore this for 8 hours, but it's painful to do so. If you ignore it again, you're going to have all kinds of things happen to you to the point where I get to control your character, and you do not want that from a meta perspective. You are hardcore craving something that you can't really understand, but you want to bite things. You want something to happen. It's possible you're craving blood.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like it's exceptionally metagaming for me to have an
you can ignore it.
understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, you can ignore it for now, but you are craving, like, you want to bite people. You don't actually know if you're craving blood. Your character doesn't know if you're craving blood yet because
Mhm.
you're going to have to wait to bite something. But you need to bite something that's living with those teeth.
Great. Do I know
You can
if
ignore it for 8
any-
hours. After that, though, you start developing points. From a meta perspective, this is what ends up happening. You make another Constitution saving throw with a much higher DC. If you fail that, then you now have 2 points towards this. And if you get to a third point, I control the character, and that will definitely be at the party's detriment.
Okay.
Yep.
Are
So just to
there-
save
are
this
there-
once a day, you need to do something to satisfy this once a day.
Great. Cool. Dope. Are there people at Kez's castle?
There could be.
But I don't know.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah.
And I didn't see any in the vision that I was just shown.
Yeah, he's
No,
in the
because he
river.
just went to the top, so it didn't look like it. But it doesn't mean there's not. It doesn't mean that there's not people there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm keeping this a secret.
Of course, yeah. No, you can actually compel this for 8 hours anyway. You don't have to do any. It's just painful. You're like, yeah,
Great,
and by the
yeah.
way, you do want to eat anyway. So once you try to eat, the first thing you would do is try to eat. You realize it doesn't work. There's something else going on here. So
Yeah.
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 Yep. Okay. All right.
Did he communicate that he wants this, or is he just?
No. This is all
Nope.
private. Yeah, it's all
Okay.
secret. Yeah. You just notice there's something up with him, but that's it. He has like a
Seems a little
semi-panic
jittery.
look. Yeah, jittery and a semi-panic look in the beginning when he starts feeling this because he's never felt it before. But then he can control it and it's fine.
Philip, you all right?
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
any
okay.
benefits that you get from this will happen after you do the bite. That's how this magic item works. You'll actually get the thing, but it's a very cool item. But you have to go through this cycle every day. It's kind of a managing thing essentially. So
Yeah, I get it. That
Yeah.
that sounds like it's gonna be so much fun, I'm sure.
yeah.
No, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just nervous. I'm getting close to Kaz and getting to get the sword and fucking him over sounds like a great idea. Let's do it.
When
How
we
do you?
He says even better. He says we don't even have to go into the fortress. He says I'll just take us there. We just grab the sword. It's fine.
when we asked how we can do what we have to do back at the Tomb of Horrors, they said this is how we do it. Right?
So when you think back, you're like you don't actually remember, but then you have that note, and the note does very explicitly. And so far, everything that's happened in the note has happened and been right. And it just says take the sword of Cass, and then it has instructions on how to kill like what to do after that. So the assumption in the note is that yeah, you do take the sword of Cass. So it's very possible that like he probably wouldn't have set you up to go there if this was an impossible task is what
That's
you're
right.
assuming.
Like he would have told us
Yeah.
how to get back if there was
Exactly.
something
Unless he's like a
that we needed to
nefariously
do.
evil, exactly. Unless he was like a nefariously evil whatever, and nothing has indicated that at all. As a matter of fact, everything has indicated the opposite so far.
Yeah.
So
So I
yeah.
say yes, let's do this.
Okay.
That's
All
just
right.
me. I don't want to make everybody do something they don't want to do.
Well, he does look at you, Gretna, and he says, "I agree. Let's just do this. I can just get us there. I can get us right in the room."
Yeah,
Is
but
that
you
what everybody
agreeing
wants?
doesn't matter as much as them agreeing. No offense.
So he doesn't. He says, "Okay, all right. What does everybody want to do?"
Let's go. Let's do it.
That's
We're
two.
playing Curse of Strahd now.
We're positive that we don't want to get the last piece of. I forget which one's Larry. Vecna.
Mhm.
Positive.
I mean,
that we don't.
don't we just want the sword? We can just take the
Yes.
sword.
Yes, but there's the
I
whole
kinda-
after that I get worried about because once you take the piece, you're invisible to Kaz.
Well,
That is
this
true,
is good.
actually. Actually, that's a good point, Philip. I think you're invisible to Kaz now.
That's great news. Great. I don't know if we want to get the other piece of Vecna though. I don't know. We still don't know what's up with these teeth, really. Right?
I
Now you
mean,
sound
is
like
there
a
anything
10-year-old.
wrong with the teeth?
What was that?
Yeah, are you?
Is there anything wrong with the teeth, or should
No,
we
no.
get you-
Nothing's wrong with the teeth. I'm just like we don't
So
know
let's-
yet, right? Like nothing's right with the teeth yet, and we think that something has to be right with the teeth. So
Can I
mean-
insight that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just
This is
oppose. You
gonna
always
go
have to
great.
oppose. You always have to oppose anyway. So just go ahead and oppose him.
23. Actually, hold on. That's a
Nat
19. My
20.
character didn't switch.
Oh yeah,
God
not 20.
damn it.
Not 20 is gonna crit, unfortunately. So
Damn.
yeah, so you would be
Fair.
able to tell that something's off with him, and you would be able to tell that even though he's not directly lying to you, there's something concerning to him. Maybe a little scary, and most importantly, there's something that's prevalent on his mind.
Philip,
So
what
if
did we
I'm
talk
invisible to
about?
Kaz, it's gonna be really easy to just cut his fucking head off, right?
Sure.
Mm,
Sure.
We don't have to go that far. We just need his sword.
You're also assuming his sword can cut his head off. I don't even know. We should. I mean, you could try it.
This is
let's
sounding
not,
better and better.
let's not focus on killing Kaz. That's not why we're here. We're here to get the sword. We're not here to solve this realm's problems. Okay?
Right. And that would probably be a detriment to those who do remain here to upend the balance that it seems to have, which is delicate enough.
You'd call this balance.
Not exactly, but you know what I mean. To upend one of the two gods here might just cause the entire thing to implode. And it's also asking more of us than what I frankly think we're capable of and what's required of us to meet our own goals.
Real death would be a mercy for the people here.
Real death is unachievable for the people here.
Maybe if we kill Kaz, something will change.
Philip,
I'm just saying. You
what
guys think
are
so
you not
small
telling us? What are you not telling us?
that I want to kill Kaz. I'm arguing for killing Kaz. I'm arguing for eliminating a great evil.
Look, we came here to get the sword. I promised these people we would help them get the sword. I don't. Look, I hate Kaz.
All right.
I wish Kaz was dead more than anyone else in Togorak. But that's a death sentence. Come on.
All right. Let's just go get the sword then.
And you promise you're not lying to us. You feel fine.
Yeah. I mean, anxious, right? This is nerve-wracking, but yeah, other than that, like, fine.
You swear you're not
Philip,
lying.
I don't know, man. I
really
feel kind of weird.
You know, if you
What?
lie, you
To
break
help.
your oath.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I don't know. Like I don't feel like great yet, and maybe it's like all psychological. Maybe it's like a, but like I'm not feeling. I feel like I want something.
Philip, I can help, I think, but I'm
Okay.
of course not going to overstep boundaries.
Yeah. What can you do to help?
Give me your hand. And she will hold out her hand for him to put his hand in hers.
Great. I'm gonna put my
Don't-
hand.
Don't let her put the rod in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
going
trust-
to do anything crazy.
I trust you. I trust you.
She
Although you
is
might get a
going to
+5.
just trace a little. She's going to trace a little sigil in his hand, and she's going to tell him about this little fable her mom had told her as a kid that if you do the sigil in your hand and then you act like you're eating it, it's supposed to give you courage and strength. And she'll go into some lore about it. As she does that, she is going to use Gaze of Two Minds. So whenever I touch him, I'm going to perceive through his senses.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of go blind and deaf for a minute, but I'm going to perceive whatever he's perceiving.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Damn, you're her familiar now.
So as that happens, you get this same crazy, unnerving feeling that you absolutely want something that you cannot describe. But worse, it does seem to be somewhat like a craving for food, and you have the overwhelming feeling that you have to bite something to get what you need. But again, you would have to. Philip doesn't actually know what he wants yet. He just needs to bite something with those teeth. He really, really needs to bite something.
So he also, and he and I both wouldn't know if it would be
Right.
at the detriment of something. It's just the want to bite and sort of hunger.
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. Now
Tia
there's
will drop
there's a
it.
fun whole mechanic for that as well, Philip, which you will have to go through every time you
Great.
bite something.
Can't wait.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And real quick, clarifying question: Cass was equal to Acererak, correct?
Seemingly so. I mean, yeah, it's from everything you know, yes. You just don't know details. That's the sort of Kaz up there that'll become relevant if we're going to find it. So
If you attune to it, you have to talk to it in a bathroom the first time you do. That's just the rules.
What?
All right. So, I mean,
That
I
was a
feel
very vague reference.
No,
Good
I
for you,
got you.
Trevor.
I got you.
I think I feel a little better. That was nice, Co. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Glad to help.
Philip's like not
Um,
sure what happened and like walks away,
she
like confused and looking in his hand.
yeah, she's also gonna be kind of confused, and she's gonna walk over and try and look in the Demonomicon to see if there's anything that makes sense for that.
Yeah. The
Um,
Demonomicon will actually have a reference of the teeth of Kaz in them.
Shit.
Surprisingly.
Oh,
So
no.
if you take that enough time, it will bring them up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she'll definitely do that, and she'll be off to the side.
The teeth of Vecna, by the way, not Kaz. Yep. Sorry
Okay, I
about
was
that.
gonna say, I
Yeah.
was like,
Teeth of
oh
teeth of
no.
Kaz. Teeth. No, it's the teeth of Vecna. Yeah.
By the end
Yeah,
of
it's not
next
Kaz.
session, I'll have both. It'll be good.
Yeah. So the entry will tell you that these impart the person. So the beneficial effects of these is that the person's going to be able to see all invisible creatures. They're going to be able to daily. They will be able to regain 10 hit points at will. So that's just part of it. You get to regain 10 hit points at will. If you go to 0, you still get to regain 10 hit points at will. However, if you go past, like if somebody overkills you by 10, you lose this ability. And you lose it permanently. So keep that in mind. If someone overkills you by 10, you are going to lose this healing effect. Um, the other hugely beneficial thing though is that once per day for 30 seconds, you're also going to be able to transform into a mist form. It explains to you in the Demonomicon that this is a very, very, very dangerous ability with unpredictable effects because you do not have the entire body of Vecna and only the teeth. This can absolutely be at someone's detriment, and only use this in like the most dire things. It only lasts for 30 seconds anyway, but it's incredibly detrimental. That said, the person has to feed off blood of a sentient creature, a living creature, once a day to regain these abilities. If not, it'll turn into a raving monster that will just take the blood at some point. Doesn't
How,
say if you have to kill
Was
the person or not. It doesn't
okay.
explain it. It doesn't say. Yeah.
Okay, because that was the next question.
Yep.
if someone overkills you, don't you lose the ability anyway? Or I'm confused.
No. So let's say that so from a meta perspective, here's the thing. Let's say that the final hit doesn't bring him to 0. The final hit brings him to -10. He loses it forever. So
Oh, so if it just
yeah,
drops you to 10 below 0.
right, 10 below 0, he loses this ability forever from a meta perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just 0. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be. I mean, that can absolutely happen. Like that could absolutely happen. So it's nice because, like, for instance, let's say that if somebody hits you and they hit you at -8, you can actually use this to get yours back up to 2, which is awesome, which is incredibly fucking powerful. That said, this one item has a very strong caveat. If someone ever overkills you, like, God forbid they overkill you to the point you're dead anyway, it wouldn't matter. But if they overkill you by just -10 or more, you will never be able to use that side of this ability ever again. You actually lose it permanently. So just something to keep in mind. So you will not get because the major benefit of this artifact is the hit points, besides the invisibility, of course, but in the mist. But the mist is dangerous. The mist has its own mechanic. You'll have to just use it and see what happens. But the book is warning you, CO, that if you ever find these, don't use that mist unless you absolutely have to. But anyway, or you have other pieces of Vecna on you.
Oh,
That's
I
what
want
it
one
says,
of
though.
these so bad.
Yeah, she'll just
All
kind
of them are
digest
awesome.
that.
All of them are freaking awesome. Every single piece of Vecna is awesome. The downside is that some of them horribly disfigure you, but the teeth aren't so bad. So
Yeah, she'll just mull over that, and next given chance for her to talk to Philip privately, she will do so and relay all of that information to him.
okay.
We ready to go get a sword,
Yes.
fellas?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's
He-
go get this.
All right.
shit.
So Quick says, "All right, are we ready?"
Yeah,
I'm
bitch.
taking everybody. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Show.
He says,
Oh,
"Okay,
and
everyone, take a deep breath.
we're still
Yeah.
human, by the way, right?
You are still human. Yeah.
All right, I'm throwing on the power armor. Then this will be the first time he's seen this. So
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So if you're doing that before he leaves, he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I don't think that's going to save you from anything."
it's my infiltrator armor. It just lets me move quieter.
Okay. He says,
Just
"Yeah, if
goes
Cats
ching,
comes
ching,
back and
ching.
he like fights me, I'm gonna have to leave, and you guys are just dead. So I apologize ahead of
Yeah,
time. Are we
this
ready?
is the first time everyone's seen his not guardian armor. This armor is super form fitting, and it's his infiltrator armor.
Yeah. Very
Ooh.
cool. But he does say, yeah, that's not going to help you. But I guess good try. All right, so let's all like, is there anything anyone has to do before we get out of here? And he says, I'm taking that silly dragon thing, right? He points to your
Yes.
dragon. Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
averting my eyes from the turtle and the speedo.
Well, no, he's still human.
It's
He's
not-
still human. But yes.
Not that.
Yeah.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
It exaggerates all the
It's,
crimes.
it's
All right. Oh, by the way, who's taking the sword?
okay,
Who's-
dude.
Oh, he also says, I think the sword is like made out of pure evil, so it's an
Aw.
awesome item, but just understand that like you might want to use it like much, like maybe not even more than like I've heard stories of like people wielding it more than 3 times become innately evil. You do what you want though. Who's gonna take it?
I don't know.
Who uses a sword here?
Oh yeah, the sword's alive.
I do, yeah.
The sword is
oh,
the
I
sword is.
use a sword.
He's like, what do you need the sword for? What do you guys need the sword for? Just tell me. What do you need the sword for?
Personal business. You'll see the longer you hang out with us.
They're gonna
Okay.
kill Asarak with it.
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna
sorry,
kill
guys.
Serac with
It's
it.
we just-
Okay,
let's
so
just
that's
go.
the thing. Okay, so if you're going to kill this Asarak, he said, I don't know why does that sound familiar, but he said if you're going to kill Asarak with it, just don't touch it all the time. After like I don't know, a couple minutes, you're going to be evil. So or inherently evil, or like something else. The sword will possess you. You're just like humans and like normal things after all. So just be careful with it. But do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with it. I don't even care. Let's just see what happens when you touch it.
From a
All right,
meta perspective, didn't Philip's mentor tell us about the relationship between Serac, Kaz, and Vecna?
He did. He totally did. Yeah, he did. He basically said that Kaz and Vecna were at war with each other, and that Kaz had carved Vecna up, which is why these pieces even exist.
So,
And that, yeah,
so it'd be logical that any
like
any
Vecna would want this
Kaz,
greatly. By the way, Vecna would absolutely want this thing if that's
And-
part of it. Yeah.
and that Kaz would want to kill Serac as well as Vecna.
Yes. Yeah, he would want to kill anything. Yeah, he would be fine with killing Serac.
Yeah,
He's
we
not
could've
going to be
just gone
fine
to
with you.
Kaz and asked him.
He's not going to be fine with you taking his sword, probably, but for lots of probable reasons. But yes, he wouldn't care about Asarak. No.
If we're gonna use a sword against
But
them,
but the
then
note
I
did
guess
tell
I
you
should
that
take it.
this sword will actually destroy his phylactery permanently. It can kill the body of a Serac, but that's not the important reason why you want to use the sword. The reason why you need the sword is this actually is one of the only things in existence that can actually kill his phylactery, shatter his phylactery, and that will permanently kill a Serac.
When you
That's
say
why
not
this
touch
is.
the sword, do you mean like we can wrap a towel around it and that would be not touching it?
He said, I don't know. You could try
Mm.
that. Maybe.
Alright.
Maybe.
It's
I don't
gonna
know
be
how
an
these
evil
things work.
child.
He said, but I definitely wouldn't touch it for more than a minute or two. And that's the thing. You only have a couple rounds with this sword before it overtakes you, so just keep that in mind. It is an amazing item, by the way. Sword of Kaz is a fucking unbelievably incredibly item from meta perspective, but it does absolutely make you inherently evil.
Can we put
Really
it in the bag
evil.
of holding?
Yeah.
And
Anybody?
Who knows?
And we're sure we don't want to get that other piece of Vecna.
Said, well, I mean, we are kind of on a time limit here. Like, the guy's got a parade. What do we want to do?
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Sword.
Okay, so he does like intensely look at everyone, and that mist surrounds him. In a couple seconds, everyone is in a bell tower. It looks like a bell tower. There's stone on all sides, except, and unfortunately, there are naked, dead and dying people, literally 30 of them, all in this room that Kaz has just recently feeded on. Unfortunately, this is the canon horrific thing in this room. They're all naked and dying. Gretna, if you want to try, so there's only 3 that are even possible to be saved. 2 women and a man. And if you want, you would have to like scurry to heal them, and you're on a time limit with this. But that's it. Otherwise, they're gonna die in the next like 2 minutes or so of blood loss. It is pretty horrific. When you walk in, it's pretty horrific. He's obviously not. He wasn't very nice in this either. Some of them, their throats are ripped out. It's like walking into a horror scene. And then there's the sword in the middle, and the sword is literally there in stone, bleeding.
Leave them. He wants you to heal them.
Who?
They can't be saved.
Yeah, he comes and he's like, "Oh, this is a surprise! Yikes, guys! What do you want to do with the sword? Come on, let's do this."
Let's do this.
Throw a blanket over it, grab it, put it in
Well,
the leg hold.
Hold on.
Okay, this now this is incredibly important. So I need lots and lots of details on everything you guys are going to do, because there will be dramatic things that could or could not happen and change things and all that stuff. So
Do we have a
explain
Telspire
exactly what
build
you
of
want
this?
to do. No, there's no room for this, unfortunately, which would be super helpful. But no, I don't have a room for this.
I'm
Let me
casting detect magic. Pirvin, you wanna look it over?
But so here's the thing. It is a 30 by 30 room, so it's 30 feet by 30 feet. It's not very big at all. It's like a small like bell tower. Now in that, there's literally 30 bodies here that he's like lined up. Must be how he eats, and so it's a little cramped when you guys get in here. And then the only other thing of note is that stone pillar with the sword. But there's no way in or out of this room, by the way. So that's another fortunate thing of him teleporting you in. There's no obvious escape to this room, or even way in to this room. But the sword is there. The sword does look like it does in the picture. So it's a all black sword. It looks exactly like the picture here. The rock is bleeding though.
I'm casting detect magic using a spell slot.
Okay. All right. So the sword itself lights up as magic. The stone lights up as magic. Nothing else in the room is magical.
I
See more
relay
of
that to
them?
everyone.
Yep.
Do I get a school with that?
Um, yeah, so you do. So it's illusionary magic, necromancy, and you also get conjuration magic. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing something though. Hold on. That is a good question. So let's see.
I also am able to see of. Oh yeah, never mind.
Yep. Let me just make sure I'm getting all of it. Hold on.
Blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin
Yep.
sheet of lead.
Yep. Let's see.
And I'm relaying this to everyone, especially CO, Gretna, and Erasmus.
All right.
Who's
Yes,
going for the
that is
sword?
correct. That is correct. Yep.
Is Macmore going for the sword?
Well, I think before anyone even touches the sword, we should check to make sure it's not trapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
While they do that, Seal will try and look at the Demonomicon. She's doubtful there's anything in it, but she'd rather try.
The only thing with the sword, if I switch back to my guardian armor, it skin tights me. It completely encapsulates me in the armor, and I won't have to physically touch it.
So you're going for it, Erastus?
I'm talking about it.
No.
I can.
I'm gonna cast bless on whoever's going for it. That's all I'm
I mean,
asking.
I can also cast Unseen Servant and have the servant pick it up and put it in the bag.
I doubt the servant's going to be strong enough if there's any kind of
Right.
resistance to it.
Erastus, I think that's a terrible idea. And besides, if anyone's going to pick up the sword, I think it should be
Well,
Gunnar
I thought
just
coming
because we
into
have
the tomb
scores to
was a
settle.
terrible idea, and look where this has led. So just one bad idea after another. So
All you have to do is pick it up and put it in the bag. Don't
Okay.
hold it for as little as possible. Is the idea.
does
Right.
anyone have any counter plans? Because this is freaking me out.
Are we gonna have to use it? At some
Once we
point in
get
time?
back.
At some point, but not
Hopefully
right
not
now.
immediately.
Do we have 10-foot poles?
We do.
We could use the 10-foot poles to lift it out of the stone and into the bag.
I'm expecting some resistance.
Yeah.
I could try to do it with my halberd.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it like a, oh god, what is that called?
Mage hand?
And I
That will
also
do.
have Mage Hand.
I have mage hand as well. Maybe we can try mage handing it up together.
Yeah.
That brings up the concern that you could still be impacted.
Look, we've decided on a course of action that is exceedingly dangerous. And we are now at the point of action, and we are flip-flopping to try to
Why don't we
minimize
just-
the imminent danger.
Why don't we just have the devil pick it up, put it in our bag?
I
True.
also, I have a dispel magic
the-
that might render it inert for a time.
The Fey dude.
Fiend.
Hey, dude.
Fiend.
I mean, he's right here. We could just say his name. He knows we're talking
I'm
about
glad
him.
you clarified because Sia thought you were talking smack about her and
Yeah,
she was
so,
going to get
so,
offended.
so did Erasmus.
He said, "Well." He said,
A
"What?
fiend.
Is someone gonna like take this thing?"
Yeah, sorry, Griggs. I think this should probably go to one of us since we need to be the ones to use it. in
Oh,
the
trust
future.
me, I'm not touching this.
We really should have thought of this before. I mean, somebody
Yeah.
pick it up. You want me to do it? I'll do it. Okay.
No, Gretna, I don't think your god would like you dealing with this. Let me do it if someone's gonna do it.
Good.
You're the one
Okay.
that's gonna
Do
bail
it
us
then.
out.
No.
Okay.
I'll go up to it.
No,
Bless
no,
him.
no, no, no.
I cast
no.
bless.
Mac
Okay.
was really excited to take it first.
I mean,
I cast bless on Erasmus and Mac more than myself.
And I
Done.
cast
Okay.
guidance on my. I cast resistance on myself, and I switch.
Erasmus,
Another layer of armor wraps around Erasmus, encapsulating in his like thick Iron Man armor suit, and he kind of stomps over there, wraps his hand around the hilt, and pulls it up.
Sorry, real quick. I want to give him a point of inspiration too.
Okay.
can I give him guidance?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You're grabbing it.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. Make a charisma save. As you go ahead and grab this sword, everyone feels light, and then an intense bright light surrounds every single member of the party. You as you start to dissipate, you actually hear Crick say, "Finally, my God, this is it." And then you are gone, back within the Tomb of Horrors. Now, what you get on your charisma
10.
save, Rasis? Oh, okay.
with
All right.
inspiration and with bless.
Oh God! Wait, he
All
needs
right.
my guidance.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait. A point of inspiration. What does that mean?
Bardic inspiration. So
Oh,
it's
so,
a save, right?
Yeah.
So roll a d8, and yeah, so roll a d8.
We get to go back to Tailspire.
Yeah. And you get 10 points of temporary hit points also, but the important thing is the d8.
17.
So that would be.
Did you also take the bless?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Oh,
took bless.
fantastic! Of course.
So
And you got guidance?
you guys are incredibly lucky you have a bard. Okay. So
I helped.
I do not get to dominate you and kill the party, which is
Ooh.
great. However, now you have to make go ahead and make a con save, Erasmus.
I'm good at that when I'm in my guardian armor.
I'm bringing up Tailspire, by the way.
Oh no.
That was that with advantage?
I need to make sure that you can drop it now, or even have
Oh.
the ability or chance to drop this thing.
Hmm.
Is he holding the mace again?
We're gonna find out in 1 second. Lots of shit's about to go down.
Oh God damn it!
All right. I mean, you
Roll
guys
all
got the
my
sword.
rolls,
You
then
definitely got the
ask.
We
sword.
got
Not
the
the way.
sword. We've succeeded here almost.
Not the way I expected, but you did get the sword. So hold on one second.
That would be an 11.
Okay. All right. So you are not able to drop the sword right now. So basically a searing pain courses through your whole body. You know for sure that if you keep holding onto the sword, you are going to be permanently consumed by the entity within the sword. But you are allowed to say that to other people. And we're gonna go round by round, but just let me get
I
Tailspire
retract the
on.
armor.
Yep. Yeah, it goes to the armor. It doesn't care. It absolutely doesn't care about the armor or any of that.
Fuck!
Yeah, it doesn't even
Shit.
remotely care about
Guys,
any of
I
that.
can't drop this.
You don't even have to tune
Um,
to this. It's a nasty weapon. But hold on one second. All right.
This
I'm
might
bringing
be it
this
for
up in
me.
Tailspire too because we
Might be
may
it
need
for me,
this.
fellas.
Oh, it could have
roll
gone way
six.
worse though. I mean, if that original 10 had happened, I get to play you for a couple of rounds. That would not have been good. So hold on. Hold on one second.
I have a negative charisma roll, so probably good it wasn't me.
I have. good
Yeah, that would have
charisma
been your death, Mac. I'm pretty
bonus.
sure, or the party's death. But hold on one second. All right, so I'm getting us back into Tailspire.
For each of
Miles,
those
you get to
rolls,
see how
I
the
rolled
campaign
a
is
4.
is
I
is
rolled
run
a
for the
4 for the
majority now.
critical save, and then for the con save with advantage, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. Okay, so it's up in Twitch. Let me just make sure you guys can see it within Discord. So the good news is that Umbra and Philip, you are with them. So here,
Cricks.
yeah.
Oh my god, is this what Faerun's like? It sucks here.
Is Cricks here?
We
Yes.
tried.
No. Crix is not there with you. Crix is just
Oh
not
God.
here. Crix isn't here.
Oh no.
Chaos God number
That's not good.
2 is out.
No, he promised to
Yep.
leave.
I completely unexpected, and I am so happy that you guys did that. That is
Hey, guys,
That's
where's
never
Miracle?
good when you
Yeah.
say that.
Where's Miracle at?
No, it's not. It's
That's
really not.
ooh yeah,
that's
where's
another thing.
Miracle?
I don't think you're ever going to find out what happened to Miracle. That's just so sad.
Oops.
I had this whole thing set up, but I did not expect you guys to
Oh.
take the Crix thing. That I'm so happy. I'm so proud of everyone here.
She's
All right.
the new back.
All right. Hold on one
Yeah.
second. I'm getting in your
She's
characters.
trapped somewhere in the domains. She's just
No,
stuck
she's
there.
gonna be like head wizard of Vecna. We're gonna get back there and she's gonna be like this awesome looking 20th level.
Miracle's the big bad.
Spin around and I jab a finger at Umbra and I say, "You owe me a back door."
I'm just yeah,
Gross.
and so Umbra, this is just a temporary miniature, but this is going to be you. You can see Discord, right?
Yes, I can. Ooh, cool.
Actually, no, sorry, Umbra. That's going to be Philip. What am I saying? That'll be you, Philip.
Oh, no
Umbra, we will temporarily make you
Home
wizard.
home.
To make it easier, we'll make that you for now, Umbra.
What
The
are your
wizard.
classes?
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
So are we back to
So
normal?
everyone is exactly where they were, although Miracle, of course, is not here. Everyone is back within the Tomb of Horrors. So Philip and Umbra, the first thing you guys notice when you get back is that there's like this smell of almost like a metallic smell or iron. It's dark, but it's not dark enough. I mean, everyone can see. Plus, there's light here, and then everything is exactly as it looks. Now, Erasmus, you can't drop the sword, but you can tell everyone that you can feel the sword literally trying to take over, and you know you have a matter of minutes, second, you're not even sure. But you would probably beg people to get it out of your hands, essentially.
Sorry, quick question. Which one's Pan?
Pan is. Where is Pan?
It's definitely 8 figures.
Pan's invisible.
Pull on it.
Oh, that's right.
Please, pull it
You're.
off.
This is
Pull it
you.
off.
Remember, we just had you be
Oh,
the
okay.
armory thing.
I didn't realize.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But wait, now.
Guys,
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's an
We
extra
can go
figure
in.
there.
I'll figure it out myself. Don't worry about me.
Oh, it's because Kino's here. That's why.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, that's the reason. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and so we can go to initiative order, so everybody gets a chance to do what they want to do. So go to real quick, and everybody roll initiative.
I just volunteer to go last.
That's fine. Yeah, you can. You totally can. Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's about
Everyone's
right.
going to get a chance. We're going to do this in 6-second rounds because I can't stress this enough. The rounds will absolutely matter in this. And Erasmus, if you lose your character, dude, I'm sorry.
Wait,
We're
who's
just doing it.
Galtson?
Oh,
It happens,
What?
man.
that's me. I
Yeah.
forgot how to change my character.
Oh, exclamation cars space CO.
Thank you.
I thought the armor thing would work since it's magic
The
armor.
armor thing can't always work.
It's not just that. It's because this is literally a magical artifact that has one goal, and it's to do this one thing. You could have been you could have been encased in lead. It says there's nothing you can do to stop this. Once your intent is to grab the sword, it's all over for you.
I mean,
You just
can't I
have to
just
beat
fight
it.
evil Erasmus?
Well, yes, but like I said, you'll see. You'll see. Yeah.
I think it
Awesome.
would be the sword playing Erasmus.
They have a decent shot of saving you, but it may not happen. We'll have to see.
I say we pummel him
And keep in
unconscious.
mind, this is what it takes to kill a Sarek. You're gonna have to go through this every time. Like when you take this phylactery, unless you can find a ingenious way to get the phylactery to touch the sword, and that will still destroy it. Anybody who wields it is gonna have to go through this. But so, thank God you can see it on the thing. I get a dominate monster spell, and if that's the case, I just start wrecking the party. I just start killing you all. So. But the Sword of Vecna, I mean, the Sword of Cass is not very happy about you taking it because it's very happy to be with Kaz, obviously. So anyway, who's first?
Pirvin got a 23.
All right, Pirvin, you're first. Who's next?
I think Gretna with a 16.
I got a 16. Anybody get more than that?
Okay.
Nope. I think we all rolled pretty badly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. The sword doesn't get an initiative, so it's all good. But
I'm going
who's next? Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think I'm next with a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy,
Next.
that's not good.
I have a 6.
Yeah, Philip got a 6, CO got a 5, Mac and Pan tied on a 4.
So
When's the new one?
Pan and Mac. Yep, we're good. We're in. So okay, Pirvin, what do you want to do? Keep it as time sensitive as we can, but what would you like to do? This will probably be the last thing we do, I think. Yeah, it will be the last thing we do.
Probably.
Just to clarify that the sword is taken over Erasmus, I had to do something with the little one real quick. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It has not taken over Erasmus yet. It's just he can't drop it, and he's telling everyone to get it out of his hands. He's like already screamed or whatever. I assume that's right, Erasmus, right? You
Yeah,
are
we
clearly
got
telling
Erasmus.
people.
When in
Yep.
Erasmus screams.
Yeah. So he's basically telling you to get rid of this thing because he can feel that it's taking over him. It's like a death. So Erasmus, this is what you would know. If the sword takes you over, it's like you die. That's the problem. It's
I'm
you
thinking mean
become the
thoughts.
sword. So yeah,
Toys
it's like
cool. CO is only average.
okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the grappling hook and lock it up with the hilt of the sword, and then walk my happy elven ash around that pillar
Sure.
right there, and
Yep.
kind of make a like a counter lever out of it. So when he tries to fight it, or we can try to pull it out of his hands, we have something to hold on to.
Okay, perfect. Make a strength check. Erasmus, you get advantage on this. You have to make an opposing one.
I
I'm
get
gonna
advantage.
I'm gonna portent his to a 6.
I choose to fail.
Oh my!
No,
not
you
one.
wouldn't. You wouldn't have a chance to choose to fail this. You just get advantage on your strength check.
Perrin failed on a nat 1 anyways.
But
Fuck.
you did get the 6. But the portent did happen. But yeah, that's fine. So it doesn't work. So that's your action. Obviously, because you had to take your movement to do that as well, which I was giving you. That's a good
Guys,
idea.
Erasmus has without those gauntlets, Erasmus has a strength of 0.
That's good.
It is super unfortunate.
Um,
Okay, that's fine. It's just bad luck. Gretna, what do you want to do?
Could I run over and try and pull it again?
Yeah.
From Paraven?
Of course.
Okay. So that's a strength.
Yep. Erasmus, you get advantage on this. You just have to do it. You just get advantage on these.
I rolled a natural 1 and a 4.
Well, Okay.
Oh, I spelled
So
check
4.
wrong. Hold on a second.
So a 4 with a you have a +0, right?
Yep, it's just a 4.
So you have a pretty good chance of this, Gretna.
Don't say that.
Yep, there you
18.
go. Nice.
All right, so you are able to yank the sword out of his hands. Erastus, you take 10 points of damage when it
I grabbed
leaves you.
Pyramid and I just pulled Pyramid.
Yeah,
I only
yeah.
4 points of damage.
So you
That's
take
4
10 points of damage when it leaves you. Now you're a little bit resistant to this. So if you have to wield it again, now that it's out of your hands this one time, the DC lowers when it tries to take you over yet again. But at some point, and he said 3, but you'll have to figure out what that is. It's just going to take you. But you feel
I tell that
relieved.
to everyone. I tell
Yeah,
everyone
you've
to feel that.
yeah.
But
But
now
you now are
Gretna has
getting
a
a little
sword.
bit stronger against it. Yeah. Well, no, she has it with the. It's just laying on the ground right now. She
Okay.
has it
I'm
with
not,
the.
I'm not touching it. I just look over
Yeah,
and
yeah.
smile at Erastus.
Yeah, that was very smart. I was
Not-
actually hoping Gretna was going to grab it because that would have been great, but she did not. So yeah.
Gretna.
Theo was about to suggest we have to cut his arm off. 'cause
All right,
that's
so
she could
I
do
was
now.
Yeah,
thinking
me
that
too. That's
too.
what I was gonna do.
That's another legitimate way to solve this. By the way.
Which with
Don't turtles grow arms back?
no
No.
It's a starfish.
Yeah. All
with
right, let's
with
get rid
my
of Miracle here.
subclass that actually really wouldn't have been a problem because my armor
Yeah, because I knew your armor did something.
Yeah.
my armor regenerates it forms the hollow of lost limbs.
All right, so this is the
Well, you
room that
know.
so this is the room that you're currently in. We're gonna stop it here, but everything else will be played in Telspire now. So this is the room you're currently in. It's got these pillars everywhere. For you, Philip. The pillars have these really intricate frescoes of like nice, like serene scenes. Except for as you go to the top of the pillar, things become more sinister and more sinister. Like for instance, children playing at the top. Slowly, when you look at them, they actually look like they're like dead children and other things. But they start really serene going through that. Also, where you were, like through this, you were in a pile of burnt out bodies and bones, like literally crisp cord bones. And there used to be a gym like sitting here. Now there's a slag of just like molten, like orangish material. That must have been from when you guys cast Wish. That's the remnant. But yeah, we're gonna start here in the Tomb of Horrors next time.
Wow, we did that really quick. I was not
Oh,
expecting
boy.
3 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there. By the way, there was a lot more to be done there, and I did not expect you to actually take the Crix thing, but that's great that you did. So
From a meta perspective,
I don't think it's going to be that great.
that's why Gage was like,
Yeah, I
"Fuck
don't
it,
think
let's
it's
do
gonna be
it,
good.
let's go, let's do it." Because I can read between the lines when a DM is like, "Here's the thing."
Yeah.
I'm sure Miles saw that.
All right, enjoy, y'all. Thank you so much. This is a blast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you for-
Congrats on becoming a vampire. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
He left. He
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good night, everybody.
Cool. Congrats, everyone. Good job.
Yay.
I'll see y'all in a week.
Yep.
Good night, all.
Likewise to everyone.
See
Bye.
ya.
Bye.
Chris, can you go into secret real quick? I want to talk about something.
Holy shit. Oh my fucking god, what a session. That session had everything. It had vampires. It had the name of the mistress. It had the sword of Kaz. It had everything. Holy shit.
That was a really. They get all the good sessions, honestly.
They get so much shit. I can't fucking believe that was like an overpowered session. Holy shit. I'm fucking jealous. Like, those teeth are nice. I would take those teeth as
Oh my god, I
Kino.
want them so bad. I don't want them
Oh.
as Henri, but I want them as Pan.
You want them as Henri.
I don't want them as Henri. She
Yes,
would
you
not.
would.
She does not have the strength to fight the effects of that. She'd be a raving tiny monster in a day.
You're already a raving tiny monster. Also, hello, Tom. I cannot hear
I'm
you.
not raving.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes, hello. We found out the name of the mistress.
Oh?
Do you have the
Your
voice
voice
mod on?
thing is on.
I think you might have like the. Yep, there you go.